before we try to chase the dollar, before we try to enrich ourselves, we got to pay homage, baby. Because even then, everybody does have freedom. And you have the ability to voice, and whether it's dumb, stupid, smart, for the right cause, that's the point, baby. So I don't think we would be here without the veterans. I think it's so easy to take it for granted. I mean, I've been giving you these talks every day, Chad. So I really hope you understand this is important. And for real, like I've been telling all of y'all, appreciation-wise, spotting value. If you can't understand what the veterans have done and sacrificed for your life, as much as I would want to tell you, I think it's something you need to figure out on your own to understand what's valuable, man. So at the end of the day, I love value and I love freedom, and I recognize a lot of the opportunities we have here in veterans. I don't think it would all be possible without you guys. So thank you for your service and commitment, and God bless your families. But if anybody should be taking advantage of this content, if anybody should be getting a long-term owning the land, it should be you, my friends. Y'all have given a lot for this country. I think it's your turn to own a piece of it and benefit just as much. Take it for granted. I mean, I've been giving. There he is. But yeah, other than that, we love you all, and big shout out to everybody else out there giving back to their local communities: doctors, nurses, teachers, firefighters, police officers, the janitors, the coaches, the garbage men, everybody making things happen and helping out communities. And not in a I'm gonna protest because I'm a boomer type of way. Like, I mean a real way. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually. So God bless you all, but ladies and gentlemen, please rise up. Place your right hand over your heart. Say it with me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all, baby. Citizens! Oh, it's game time, baby. Horna! Oh, happy Monday. I don't know who needs to hear this. It's going to be a good day. I think I'm on my 5th It's a Good Day today. Oh, they don't feel me, bro. They don't feel me. Game time. So, Chatadonia, I hope you woke up. I hope you're ready to play. I hope you ready, or I hope you choose your frustration. I'm not going, we were just talking about how important that was, but for real, I think today, and think about it, we had momentum and chilled out. We were talking about a drop and then front run for Ernie. You guys remember that? And then, so yeah, we'll see what happens, but I think you are going to have to choose your frustration, and I would really, really give that some thought. So that being said, there's only a minute, bro. I need to go pee. You know that? These locked in guys, bro. Y'all just, we got too locked in. I ain't take a piss. So, yeah. Jesus. Praise God. Amen, amen. It's a call, baby. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there. I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished, made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the ark. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib before. Let's go, baby. All right, 5 seconds. You guys are on a delay too, so account accordingly. I should still be able to get it faster than the world, but that's gonna be up to you, brother. Round 1, fight. All right. All right. Long term. Yay. Oh, that's funny. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. All right, it sucks though. Some of these plays, again, the Not was it USAR? Yeah, USAR got the upgrade. There was one more, and then the Cleveland Cliffs, and then any of the other pumps. They're just up a lot. So you are going to have to decide, my brethren. Oh, those are terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit. Oh yeah, turn on. Ah, there's DVR too. Oh, that's. I did not mean to. I'm not trying to punish y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Good morning. All right. Yeah, why the Cleveland Cliffs? Oh, yeah, or you could just do fucking shares. Any of those other ones, too. Some of the smaller ones, now that I think about it, because there is some decent options, but, you got to kind of wait on some. But, yeah, some of these plays, you might want to just go shares if you really want that with it. But then again, just calculate the risk of whatever the damn stock is up. Again, I think last week you got a nice little crash course on momentum doesn't always go up. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, and where's our pre-market runners? And then AMD, Intel, what's the other one? I gotta see some other place too. Jesus loves you. Man, yeah, some of them are already up a lot. Oh, I forgot about the CRMs. I like that. Oh, yeah, you have free ARCs. Intel Popper. Smile all the time. Wow. Well, yeah, dude, there was a huge outage. So I do think so. A lot of people, even in both chat rooms, you guys are saying Robinhood is down right now. But yeah, this morning, Coinbase and a lot of others, I don't know what the issue was. But yeah, all of those platforms relying on AWS are kind of clapped out. I mean, again, we had a fucking crash course in that one last week, too. You know what I'm saying? Down, 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 down. Yeah, oh, wow. Intel options are fucking juicing because of earnings. And then the XBIs came back up there. Again, watch the coal plays too. I think that's something, depending on how the rare earth stuff materializes. You guys remember all those plays. What the, is that real? I think we have a UAL. Robinhood, DNS was the issue. Yeah, that was the other one. Oh, PG and I, that was the IFV stuff. All right, yeah. And then, again, biotechs, Labu. Yeah, Labu especially, like, more drug company related. Those are it. CLF is going up. All right, I think I found one. Netflix pop. Again, they have earnings, so keep that in mind. I kind of like it, dude. I think with it down, it's honestly kind of reeling in some of the mania. Yeah. So let me see. Hello? Weeble's not working either. So, yeah. Am I live? I think I'm live. Does the other... Yeah, wait. Yeah. It's beautiful meditation music? Yeah, but I think a lot of places are down right now, so think about it. The reaction you're going to be getting here in the morning, I would argue it's kind of a little slower. So, you know, some of these plays, I'm going to go back. Let me see the Beyond. Because think about it. Most of the people that would be playing Beyond is probably Robinhood or Weeble. So, you got to think about it. Like, so some of these hype plays, it is slowing you down here to start off. So, again, I would choose on some of these. This might even be your opportunity if you think about it. So, but then you got to decide. I mean, there's no guarantee on anything, but we are seeing how this is playing out. Down, 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 down. Everybody long term. Is it happening again though? So they recovered a lot of it in the morning, but yeah, if this is if you have the AWS issue from the morning, I mean, a lot of shit did go down, and it just was not accessible. ACN team. Yeah, I still have 50. Yeah, Robinhood works. It's good. It's very good. It's very good. It's working, but very slow. Oh my god. Clash of Clans is down? Oh no. Okay, right when I thought this wasn't serious. Fuck. Okay. Hold on. You better watch out, you guys. But yeah, I guess Clash of Clans is not available right now. AAOM team. I thought it was going to be a great day. Hey, man, it happens. It happens. ARC, again, like I said, I saw those premiums coming up. That's why. I remember we had a free one. And that's something, ooh, that's not going to cover us. But I was going to say, keep in mind the Fed stuff. I'm glad a lot of people are talking about it now, but you guys do know Fed meeting is, what, this week? Next week? No, I think this week, so... Or no, next week. I'm tripping. There's so much. It's earnings. Everybody long term. Bow, 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 bow. Dude, I didn't get to play Battlefield at all, man. This weekend is kind of sad. Okay, no. Next week we get Young Pow Pow. I said, Young Pow, you don't need to feel down. I said, Young Pow. There's Beyond. UNH starting to climb up. Dollar Tree. Again, Labu, dude. The biotechs in the morning were on fire. NASDAQ is up by about 0.1 or 0.9. Russell's killing it at 1.5. SPY 0.6. And then Dow Jones at 0.47. On ELF, I mean, somebody bought a company. L'Oreal bought something. So that could be related to that. And then I think there was something else on Tapestry. So those might even be similar too, but there was something. I just can't tell you off top, or I'm not remembering. Tau X. I put Taco. Tau Energies. What was the other one? CLF, and then there's another one. Homeboy pumped. BMNR Target. Yeah, Target's actually doing good. Watch of Staples. It seems really, again, XLV. XBI, all of these I think are doing a lot better. Labu. Man. Actually, dude, Labu is killing it. And then there's TTD, CNK. Everybody long term. Punt. Glob. Reddit's actually on the high. I keep seeing, I mean, I think we're going to balance out here a little bit. Remember, the last couple mornings, you were actually getting a pretty wicked move. Yeah, so, oh, wow, 6713. So you're actually above one of these, 6,700. But remember, I don't want another week like that. If we end up doing that, that's going to be, a la carte as far as the momentum is concerned. MRK, yeah, there's all those drug stuff. Again, healthcare and biotechs. They're both doing good today, and then biotechs are the ones with the lead. All right, and then starting to go up. ARC, every long duration play is up right now. I don't know if you guys noticed. ARC, XBI, I mean, let's see. I mean, shit, even the fucking banks are up for crying out loud. And then you even got a bigger bid on the long end. And then, yeah, I see more financials. JP Morgan actually with a little baby stick. A lot of 0-day attacks. It seems like it was chill, like, up until, this weekend. I feel like that kind of blindsided a lot of people, but, I feel. Oh, don't forget about the GitLab one. Yeah, those plays are still up. BKSY. Disney's starting to go up 50 cents. And then Bobo had the news. There's Tempest, Kava, Arrow. Yeah, bro. XBI. So it came back up. We sold it really good to make it free, but the free ones are still up very well. Coal. All right, and then where's China? Yeah, a couple names. I don't know. I feel like my platform is moving slow. I mean, I'm on the West Coast right now, so we don't have those nonsense. But I don't know. Yeah, things do feel a little choppy. Chop, chop. Oh, I need that other one. These are terrible. Do this one, Habibi. Good morning. Good morning, my friend. The Lord is with you. It's a great day. It's a great, even if you lose internet, dog, okay? It's a great day. Even if Robin Hood hate you, it's a great day. Don't let them play you, bro. Micron on the low. Oh, pizza, dude, we didn't hear anything, but then again, I thought we would have heard something more negative if we didn't hear anything. So yeah, that one's still kind of brewing. Where's Mercatius? TEM, that one's starting to run up here a little bit. Again, that's not a bad day. Russell is the leader, so how we're broadening out is it's a little different than what you saw last week. I don't even think we saw one of those moves. I don't think we saw. Did the Russell have a good day last week? Yeah, equal weight's up by 0.8, SPY's up by 0.8, NASDAQ 0.9, and then again, Russell 1.7. A couple of these momentum ones are going. Yeah, just AWS, but a lot of things are tied to AWS. So I think that's why you're getting that. What's the other one? Cleveland, USAR. Yeah, Merck keeps climbing. Again, there's something with like Pfizer and even GSK later this week. So keep it in mind. I mean, think about it. Once the fucking platforms turn on, you're either going to dump or rip heavy, because I think a lot of people are fucking clogged up in traffic right now. You guys remember last time we had traffic, I turned the stream off and you guys threatened to sue me. So, but yeah, that's a similar example, but today's just less dramatic, both in the chat and in general. It's not like there's bad Trump news, but if Trump put out fucking a tweet right now, a lot of you would be pissed. Because if the market just took a stick and then it's already like this, but this is that concept where I'm telling you, it's like literally, this is traffic into the brokers, all of that. So think about it. Once that traffic gets cleared up, like, look, you're beyond, and some other plays, they're not getting any Momo until you get your buyers able to buy. You could sue me for being, you could sue for anything. I mean, you didn't know that? This is America. But yeah, so can I. That's why, like, dog, like, low key, you got mad money and sue. I could counter sue, dog. Like, what the fuck? I use my trap card. I don't know who's gonna sue AWS. Yeah, why don't you guys sue AWS? Why is that? No contract? No? Okay. Either way, I want you to understand the traffic concept. Because right now it's still doing good, but it does feel a little slow. Already a good day, but I do think there is pockets, and a lot of you are saying that. Again, it's even across to Webull. TD Ameritrade, E-Trade. My E-Trade is just a little wonky. All my TOS trades went through. Bad. They had I don't know what the bad news was on their update last week, and then they dropped, and then they just ripped again today. I know a lot of them got upgrades. Again, William Blair upgraded a couple of these metal ones. XF, and then GE on the high, Pinterest, Domino's. Where's RTX, Netflix? They got earnings again tomorrow. RTX will be in the morning. You could sue over coffee. No, that one, I've explained that. That one's actually like, it's like a myth. You know, when everyone, like, they use the America, like the McDonald's coffee lady, they use that case to say everybody could sue you in America, but it was actually McDonald's fault back in the day. That's a fun business ethics lesson if you ever want to look into it. Once we fucking chill out, I'll explain it. Oh, dude, I heard a fucking crazy fun fact over the weekend. Can we verify this? You know what somebody told me? This is what I do. This is what I learned. I don't know if it's true. I got one verification, but I'm like, dude, no way. How do you even verify this? They said that in terms of weight, there is more ants in the planet than humans. So, like, ants weigh more than humans. If you took all the humans and weighed them, we have more weight in ants on the planet Earth. Because they're all, like, underground and shit. And even though they're... Isn't that mind-blowing? Think about that. Ants weigh more than us, collectively. Yeah, bro. I was like, what? Uh-huh. No, that's the first time I've ever heard that. I was like, no shit, dude. Down. Arm, A-Lab. If the ants ever figure that out, we're done for. It's true. Be careful. No. Yeah, Netflix going up. I mean, there's a couple of them, but everybody long term. There's big spreads, too, in a weird way. I mean, it'd be nice if you had some buyers. That could even tighten up some of the spreads. Intel, yeah, bro. Intel's starting to run. You might have to finalize your ideas. Let me see these ones. Dude, everything's shit. Okay, GLD. Oh, dude, gold, man. What else? I kept hearing about gold as well. And then, dude, do you know what people are doing now with gold? I saw the dumbasses. I saw somebody say they want to buy. They're like, I'm buying $500,000 of nickels. So I don't even want to get into that one. But I did see, oh, what was it with gold? That one just threw me off. There was one with gold. Oh, yeah, dude, people are buying out, like, long story short, some of you go check your local gold dealers and go look at, like, anybody who sells jewelry, because there's a good chance. It's changing now, but a lot of jewelry is mispriced. Remember, we were just talking about this last week, but it picked up since we last talked about it. Essentially, there's a huge spread between how fast gold is moving and then how people have priced mass quantities of it. Yeah, it's arbitrage, pure arbitrage. So long story short, you know, somebody will sell you, you know, they'll have like a whole thing of gold. It may have gold value. They'll price it at 10,000. Gold shoots up 20, 30% in a week. I mean, it's worth more than that, but they priced it already, unless they adjusted it. Oh! Bradley Frizzle in the... Are you kidding me? I told you it was a glorious day. One by one, dog. One by one. Born. Look at that. Bradley Frizzle more consistent than your brokerage. Bradley Frizzle more consistent than your Fed chair. Bradley Frizzle more consistent than your local politicians and boomers who had everything and still decided to protest even though they all bought their houses for paper clips. Let's go, Bradley Frizzle in the peach. Amen. Amen. What up, B? I hope it was a good weekend. And good morning. See, Peach Nation, I hope y'all, man. Wow, better recognize. Oh, Path actually came back up. Nice. UAL, AVTX. Tesla's starting to go up. Yeah, Intel had a pop. So I think decide, I mean, there's a nice little play even with, so Thursday. I mean, you got to think about it. That's the Intel earnings. It's either going to be Mike or break, my brethren. Mike or break. Here's another one. Bam, 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 bam. I made it to the Frizzle milestone. I love it. I love it. Stay. Oh, God bless you, baby. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, you got some plays up. anything is possible. NCNA or CRM. Yeah, SPY's getting a little red. I mean, again, I don't know if it's the market or if it's me, but it just feels like kind of choppy. And I'm not talking like choppy movement. I'm just like, everything's moving slow. Like, I don't know. Do you guys even see the ticks and like how the candles move? Maybe I'm a crackhead, but this feels way slower than usual. ADPT, Adaptive Biotech, RKLB. I mean, let's just check. XBI. You can't trade too either. I know. Remember, I still have that Robinhood one, and I have a bunch of free plays on that one. That was just, I can't believe those accounts too, though. But yeah, you can't do shit. TOS is working fine, though. Yeah. Damn. This is terrible. Does not feel good. Well, Chad, might have to wait till it picks up. But this is what I was going through on Friday. Dude, all of my computer was just crapping out on Friday, dude. That was so annoying. That was rough, man. All right, it did come down a little bit. Intel's starting to fade now. I mean, the low ticker is starting to pick up. It's just moving like slow-mo, man. Yeah, it's like slow motion dancing queen. I don't know how to describe it. I think I just did. But MCRP, there's path now. Let me see. Well, yeah, there's definitely an earnings back and forth. That's what we were saying, yeah, last week. But today I'm referencing the like connection. So again, that AWS issue was in the morning. It lasted for a couple of hours, but even then, Robinhood, a couple of other brokerages are still kind of wonky. And then again, just even how these quotes and orders are going through, it's moving in slow-mo. AMD with a pop. But yeah, we'll see if we get a headline or anything. GSIT resume trading. Slow motion for me. Zegna, Spotify. Fiji Industries, FGI 30%. That might be one of those runners. A couple of the mineral plays on the low. Cleveland. Beyond starting to wake back up. I don't know if they turned it on for you guys or not. ACAM, Path as well. I mean, that's part of it. Where are they? My shit broke. All right, I found a lagger, but yeah, they ain't gonna hit. stock Twitch down. I think a lot of things are. It's like, yeah, it's like playing COD and watching somebody like lag and glitch. That's a very good example. That's exactly what it feels like. Jeez, what are those? Tech? Those places are still up. That one moved a lot. Yeah, that's part of the energy ones. On AMD, still climbing. AMD is actually painting the high ticker. Netanyahu, we attacked Hamas yesterday with 153 tons of bombs. Okay, good morning. Good morning. All right. That's Mr. Netanyahu to start off. What happened at TwitchCon? I saw like one chick got assaulted. I heard a lot of people talking, but I didn't really see anything crazy. G-sit. Oh, why does that sound familiar too? VFF, that's a flavor one. Wall's on the high too. So the banks, again, I think I tie that in. They had like news. XBI dumping. So again, a lot of these biotechs woke up really, really good this morning. That still had a lead. The premiums were going up, but that flipped. ANRO, we've seen that one a couple of times. Unity on the low. Again, Path Beyond, those are starting to move, but again, we haven't really broken out of anything yet. Roblo, I think Roblo's still online. Yeah, there you go. Roblo with a $1 candle. Not too crazy yet, but I don't know what it is. Could just be normal movement. Tesla's starting to pop here now at the high and on the hard ticker. Cat kind of up. Ooh, Mexico City, F1. Enjoy it, baby. Yeah, I have a couple of 100%ers I can't make free. So anything on Robinhood, you can't, like, you could click on it, but it won't open up. Like, it shows me what I'm up on it, and then there's no, like, yeah, there's no button, no sell. I can't say I'm not used to it, but yeah. FedEx. A girl got, I saw, that's what I was saying, I saw the girl got like assaulted by some random fan. Was that the only thing? G-sit, was that on the list? There's been a lot, man. There's been a lot. But there's, again, we had one this morning. If you go back to the video, you could go over them all. This is disgusting. They were only gonna be, I don't know, man. The Twitch CEO just creeps me out. So like, listen, like if any of you were like, oh, I'm gonna go to his house, I'd be like, don't. Especially, and then if you're any sort of female, I'd say don't do that. So I say he just sketches. That's it. I saw a clip of him at TwitchCon, and I was like, dude, how is this your guys' CEO? So God bless. AWS has done this before. I mean, this is kind of it's normal that like if AWS goes, everything goes, but it has been a while since you've seen this last. I'm surprised there's not more conspiracy theories, you guys. Like, what the fuck? I thought you guys would be like, what that means, you know what's happening, right? You know what that means, what they setting up for. I'm like, Twitch plus AWS, connect the dots. Yeah, right? There you go. Give me some fucking tin. Oh, I got tin. You guys want tin foil? I'm probably gonna get, I don't want to piss anybody off. I'm just kidding. You know, listen, the no kings thing, you fucking boomers, I fucking think it's the most funniest shit in the world. You know how many fucking liberals would get mad at me when I would tell them to be nice to the boomers, and they're like, I hate the boomer, they ruined this gun, right? And they think, because you think the boomers are Republican. Bitch, every single one of those protests, I told the Locked In this morning, I was like, I'm an idiot, you guys. I told you to sell water bottles and shit. You should have been fucking canvassing for reverse mortgage leads, dog. But yeah, it's funny how some of y'all aligned with the very thing you hate. You can't make that shit up. But here's the tinfoil. Because it's all the old people who think about it. They grew up in peacetime, post-war. They grew up in an era where houses were paper clips. They could have been raised on a family with one income. Actually been raised. You know, all these good things that the boomers had, right? And then some of them, remember, the hippies. This was like their last fucking Woodstock. But the tinfoil that I heard, this was the best one. They were saying that they're all like drugged out LSD boomers from back in the day. And that when you say no kings, it activates them. Because I don't know why it was a fucking nursing home with signs. I don't know, everywhere, all across the nation. I can't believe it. I thought it was just my observation, and everybody started picking up on it. I'm like, dude, it's just fucking, it was that was the last thing I expected. I told you guys in the beginning, I was like, I don't think it really represents you. I was like, y'all gonna be with Chuck Schumer? And then, wow. So, yeah, bro. That's what I think it was. I think no kings was the fucking LSD sleeper word. And then they just fucking went, what? I must fight for democracy, fascism. What am I doing? But yeah, we should have got fucking reverse mortgage lease. Missed opportunity. I didn't think that was gonna happen. I haven't seen the new. Dude, I think they're making this season of South Park a lot shorter too. Isn't that good, Tin? I heard it. I was dying. I was like, dude, I could see it. I don't, bro. Anybody go. Everyone kept saying, dude, I have unedited clips. Everybody kept sending me one. Dude, I'm telling you, it was like 1 out of every 10 people didn't qualify for a reverse mortgage. One of the wildest things I've seen. G-sit unhalted. Yeah, did you guys see it? People took the laminin thing. So you guys know I was telling you all about laminin? That's starting to go viral on Twitter. People are like, it's true. Woo! So yeah, man. You heard it here first. Or they just have no creativity. And I'm the plug. Oh, we don't say that out loud? Okay. My bad. I meant long term, 10%. Woo! It was primarily boomers. It was the trippiest thing. All right, yo, I think it's up. I had one of my Robinhood options just loaded. Yeah, Cigna, Merck, a couple of the healthcares. Hold on, are we actually? I think we're doing something, you guys. I don't know. It feels like it's opening. StubHub. Dude, those options killed it too, man. They're still up even after making it free. Yeah, YouTube was down for a little bit, you guys. So if it does go down, I mean, I think our best option might be Battlefield. Because I think Zoom went down too. Or I could give you guys like a collective phone call, or you pull up to the farm. We've had a couple of people there. Otherwise, maybe a Battlefield. I could make a custom game, and we could do voice chat or something. If you need any stock updates. Jemmy, Myrna. Yeah, Uber's going up. Haplabin faces. Wasn't that we get that a couple weeks ago? That could be an update. Or no, Muddy Waters is shorting them, and they're using that as the catalyst or the thesis. Yeah, because we had that a week or two ago. Bloom Energy, Intel Chill, 38, dog. You did blow past just to come down again. If a lot of things chilling, the market's barely melting up. I mean, it is a 1% day. Dow is the one, not as much. Russell chilled out in the last like 10 minutes. Switched a little bit of that Russell juice went to the Nasdaq. I'm gonna try to sell an option on Robinhood. Oh yeah, it worked. So if you could get the order screen up on Robinhood, it went through. So yeah, the Mercs, if you have any Merc plays, they were super cheap. They're up 100 or so %. Everybody in the CNC. Yeah, CNC is kind of waking up. That's a little weird. A little unusual. Supreme Court to hear Trump's admin defense of federal law that bars illegal drug users from owning guns? Huh? Wait, why? Oh, no, they're defending that, right? Oh, okay. I was like, why would he want to reverse that? I think Trump wants it to be like that. Yes, I think you should have some gun restrictions to the point of how you screen. that seems smart. WSM. I'm checking CNC. No. There might be some court case coming up, but other than that, I don't see anything on Centene. Moving a little bit outsized, but not a trigger. AEP Rick Larson disclosed buy of American Electric. I mean, the Webull is like a fuck. You guys, it'll just suck if Webull turns into a trade tool. Or like a tariff negotiation thing, but yeah, they should have similar performance to Robinhood. But the Robinhood works; it's still glitchy. But if you could get an order screen up, it'll go through. We're calling it Glocks for ganja. You smoke the ganja, you don't get a Glock. I'm sorry. We can't do that. We need responsible owners. Apps, C, ADCT, GFI, U. Bing. Alright. There's a couple things moving. Let me get you guys a checkup. It is 7. Dow Jones 22 green, 8 in the red. Nasdaq 80 in the green, 20 in the red. That's really good. And then SPY 400 green, 100 red. So yeah, it's a pretty good day, 80% or so. ARW, SMR on the low. NVO a little bit. Hey, yo, NVO is actually kind of launching. You know, watch out for that one. Again, I told you why. I just don't know the timing on that one. GLD2 breaking. Again, that gold wake up was pretty intense, man. Remember, gold and how it played out the last couple weeks, even just leading into all this. Yes. using timeshare, dude. I'm seeing dead. We should have had some reverse mortgage shit, dog. But then it makes sense. They probably already have reverse mortgages. How the fuck? You guys don't get it? Yeah, the people fucking complaining don't even pay rent. Oh, man, they hate you, dude. That's crazy. Fascinating, truly. What are all of these? Oh, I saw them. I don't think that is a good idea. No. So, why do you want to play NVO? So, if you wanted to play NVO and you're saying that date, why? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a long trade. Tell me why. I never want to hear you say the strike price to a dumb play. Tell me why. Hey, there's Guild. So you got to think about it. On NVO, I give everybody, I've told you the catalyst and what you're looking forward to, but you do have to align with that logic and what you're looking for. Otherwise, I think that'll answer your question. Because if you're, depending on how you're going about it, that should give you some insight. ANRO. Yeah, everyone's having issues with everything. So there's a huge outage AWS. It's affected a lot of brokers. I mean, even your boy Robinhood is tripping out a little bit. Yeah, Merck still climbing. Pfizer. Again, Pfizer and GSK, they have something on either Tuesday or Thursday. Alto Neuroscience. Again, all these biotechs, I like the genome ones, and that was what we heard a lot about last week. But, dude, it's all biotechs right now. I mean, you do have a good move on big tech. You do have 80% of the market green. We're dealing with this weird little, freak out. But all in all, it's not bad. Dude, gold is, I can't believe it, man. So that's kind of the issue right now because you got the Fed and other things. In a weird way, if you did get a regional banking crisis again or banking issue, that might be good for bonds. But what do you do? Do you go? That's what everybody on Wall Street's saying. Right now, you're at a weird stage. Like, even if you get a massive amount of rate cuts coming up, like, oh, fig on the low. Fig. Oh, it looked way worse, but it's down there about $1. Just too many prints with the ETF ones. But yeah, the dilemma right now is that because when you cut like this, usually long duration and bonds, that's a good way to go. But yeah, the problem with it is that it's kind of now you don't really want to buy the bonds, and there's still inflation and debt, and it's not like that has the same appeal. So then you would usually go to gold, but now gold is fucking vertical and up 50% on the year after going 20 and 30% after that. So it's a really big dilemma for some of these investors into this window, like on every level. So we'll find out, but that is where we at. Ain't nothing but a long train. What does Prop 50 really do? I don't know, but I have a feeling you probably wouldn't listen to me anyways. At least a lot of people will ask me stuff, and so I encourage you to look into it yourself. And if you already do have a bias, I don't think I'll be able to change that, nor do I want to. So I encourage you to look into it. Tell me why. The video, all right. So Intel premiums on both sides are actually coming down. And then NVIDIA is starting to run up. Where's AMD? That was a runner. Well, yeah, real estate. I mean, real estate, it's all going to be area by area still. I don't think you guys should overpay. I would not rush it. But, yeah, I mean, that's probably been one of the more stable assets if you really think about it, but it is elevated from prior. But then, you know, like we've talked about most of this year, when you look at it comparatively, relatively, it's done shit, but it doesn't mean that it's guaranteed in that sense. So that's why I always approach with caution. Bye, there. Baba's coming up. Yeah, China names are starting to wake up. Yeah, that is real. It was like that. People talked about that from, what's it called? The banking crisis. But yes, wait till you mix in the derivatives. But that is the problem that I've even brought up, this idea of, again, the collateral. And that's what people are worried about with the banks and the first brands and all that. But still doesn't necessarily, I mean, this situation didn't just happen. You've been living like this for a really long time. So, but then again, a problem's not a problem until it becomes one, or until there's a crack. Yeah, red. Oh, I like that this morning. But yeah, the other premiums did come up. Well, think about it. They do have earnings too. You had no kings. You had a lot of things on the breeding ground of Reddit. XLB on the high. SAP, PLAB. Phototronic. SPY still doing good. Again, some things more than others, but it just still feels that that AWS morning vibe. Yum Brands kind of popped, and then NVIDIA is running, so if that could wake us up, that would be nice. Otherwise, if it doesn't, I think we're going to really chill. Got the class and your website is down. Why do you need a website in class? VST. Yeah, I mean, big tech is being solid. All right, we're melting up. I mean, it already is 80% green. That means you do have room for some things to come down, but at the same time, you know, then that could flip it if we have one of those days where we start coming down. But in general, everything is pointing up. So, could either melt up, I just don't know the size. I think you could stop here, it could be one of those days. Otherwise, if you do have any sort of downside, you have 400 names that could flip green. The bigger is, no. Well, that's, I mean, with all of these conversations, these just, I don't think they matter right now. So you guys might, your curiosity, Pandora's box, all of it, it's just going to waste your time in thinking. So I focus, right now it's the next couple of months and whatever happens with inflation, stagflation, everything else in between. But, you know, some of the stuff you guys are bringing up, it may just distract you. Doesn't mean that they're real things that aren't going on. Doesn't mean that it's not there. But like I'm saying, it's some of this stuff has been already in play, in motion every single day right in front of you without causing, certain reactions. I mean, let me put it this way. What's that quote by, was it by Harry Ford? He said, if people knew how the dollar worked, they would revolt overnight. Something like that, where it's just, you guys are talking about the plumbing of the dollar and bonds and all these things, but it's not, I don't think it's relevant to how things play out on a day-to-day. But good to learn, just I don't think it's going to help you right now. Clack. There's Clack and Knack. Where's Cleveland? Yeah, Henry Ford said something like that. UNFI on the low. Remember, a lot of food plays did good last week. Was it, you say banking system instead of how the dollar? He said something like that. It's a cool quote. All right, starting to melt up more. I mean, if anything, the melt up is going to be those other 90 names. Maybe a couple more will go there. Oh, GLD. Let me see. I meant to type it in. Yeah, I see that wick. And then bonds are just staying pinned. Six, 7, 2, 5. All right, you're getting above that like zone from last week, yeah. So that's actually very important because now you're only like what, another 25, 30 points away from 40 points away from the next high. But this was that little Trump-China thing that kind of set everybody off. So to get back up there, it took us a week of back and forth, but you are climbing up. Again, some of the travel earnings too coming up. Yeah. MP on the low. Lotto 0-day put. So Pajama, my guy, you've gotten too many warnings. It's time to depart. Thank you. You feel like you missed something? You didn't miss it. It's just, I'm telling you, there's a lot of headlines. People chilled out. Nothing bad happened in that sense, but that little freak out there on the internet, and then the banking freak out kind of calmed down. People were a lot more chiller with that, and now they're talking about the Fed next week, and then earnings, and then even seasonality for October. So after all of this, it's going to the next couple weeks, once you get through some of these earnings, more buybacks turn back on, and then end of the month, and then getting ready for that final month of the year, brethren. So yeah, I think, remember we talked about it though in a weird way. I don't know if that was it. So think about it. If this was it, that was it. But we'll find, otherwise, if it comes in knifes back down, you're in 2018, dog, which I hope we don't do. But if this was our little pullback, I thought it would have been a little bigger, but that was a big drop. But remember, we talked about this. We really, really did talk about a drop, and then what are they going to do? They're going to front run the Santa rally. You guys don't, motherfuckers are putting up Christmas lights already, damn it. So you get what I'm saying? That this could be it. I don't know if it is though, but think about the theory that we had coming into it. You should have had a roadmap of some sort. So we'll see if that materializes. But if we start ripping out of here and hitting new highs, like I'm saying, Halloween will be next week and then Thanksgiving. But before you know it, people will be hyping up Santa. But now, if we do get more volatility, some of this trade stuff, rates, all that, bonds, I mean, shit, even anything else that we can't even think of right now, anything other negative occurs and then we start to go down, I do think it'll get a little bit more ominous, especially if it correlates with the shutdown ending. I don't think there'll be a lot of volatility when it ends, but you might start to get demand. and then some tightening of spreads as you get liquidity on some of these dumb plays. Tell me why. I'm Dizzle again. AMD and NVIDIA doing great. Is that K-Web again? Tesla, so it's chips except Intel. Intel just did its 38 for the day. Oh shit, it's right there again. Oh. There was a headline on OpenAI Microsoft. Sounded bad, but didn't cause anything. The boomer bust on Intel customers. So they're gonna give a guidance and then talk about customers and some of the government plans, but there's really, if they could talk about clients and any of that, they're gonna love it. I think investors will. And then I'm hoping it's a shot. I think it's the easy one is if they release the, or if they use the earnings to announce something with Apple. But if there's no Apple too, that could hurt it. But I do think highlighting an Apple deal will help them. I'm Dizzle and Sarka. HA Apple's ripping. Speak of the devil. Yeah, CRM did good. It sucks, bro, man. Those first plays hit, and then I still have one more of them, but they were looking good with all the guidance. Shopify getting some candles. No, they even watched I was in the money. So it just, the way it kind of came down, because that was a nice pop, but like, that was a lot of dollars. That was like 16 bucks and then the back and forth. But if it does come back, that's why I like the near the money, mid monies. But even then, that should have had a little bit more juice off of that headline with the guide. Apple rises 3.1 December high. First record since December. What? What do you mean? Oh shit. Damn, bro, that would have been a great pickup when we talked about it this year. We were talking about it in July at 30. That was with CRM, remember? Shit. But yeah, now it's back to all-time highs. So that's the first time Apple has hit a record since almost a year ago. You could purchase some fractional shares on Schwab. The Mercs keep going. Wells Fargo now, you got a bank pop in. And Vitas at 17. Yeah, it's finally hit a 52-week high. All right. Chattadonia. Like that. Tell the people that filler water is back. AMD, man. So yeah, a little bit of a la carte for the day. Even though you do have a majority of the names up, the ones that are like really outperforming, you just pick and choose. But you do have a little bit of outsized pressure or upside pressure on the chip names. AMD, NVIDIA, and now Archite started to move. But a long trade, tell me why. Apple 52-week high. XLF, Riley, Bank of America now. That's another bank moving. Wanted long trade. FI. Oh, dude, I didn't even tell you guys. Are you ready? I pissed off a fucking flight attendant. What do you think? What do you think it was? I pissed off a little demon midair. I was like, oh man, I even got mad about it. I was like, dude, you're fucking weird, bro. He got mad at me. No, not fucking Trump. I told you I ain't dying for Trump, dog. I don't wear Why the fuck would I do that? What do you, come on guys, what's more important? Jesus! Dude, I like unplugged my headphones for like a second. Yeah, and one of my Bible things was playing. And this motherfucker has I'm like, why? I'm like, chill the fuck out, dude. Yeah, I was like, man, you need to calm down, bro. I was like, that shouldn't bother you that much. Fucking demon. No, I wasn't. No, thank God I wasn't a Boeing. Yeah, dude, it was so weird. It's like, what? I was like, really? He's like, you can't, it needs to be for the others. And it's like, can you not? You need to have. I was like, chill, bro. It's like 2 seconds. I was like, man, you're weird. That's what I said. And I was like, man, I said, why is the other lady so much nicer? And then I kept being really nice to the other lady. She was so sweet. There was one weird one and then one nice one. I know, my bad. I forgot to put on a mask. No, it was a guy, but I mean, So, yeah. But yeah, I had a lot of stories, man. A lot of stories this weekend. Do I actually avoid flying in Boeings? If possible, yes. If it's not prohibitively, and it works with the schedule, yes. And it wasn't bad, though. I mean, everyone with the government shutdown, airports were not... it's bad in the daytime. There's, like, traffic on the airline, or, like, when they taxi, there's a lot of traffic, but at night, everything moves pretty smoothly. JD again, another Baba one. Team JD. All right, SPY still melting up little by little. You got CRM. I mean, Apple now 52-week high, bro. Kind of a big deal. But other than that, we're still kind of in the same setup from the morning. I think the brokerages are working a little better, right? Gosh, man, my shit's fucked. I just feel slow, dude. I'm crying. The audio didn't pause? No, I pressed play. I wanted to fucking hear it while I was getting my shit. That's why I held it up to my ear. It wasn't loud. That's why I was like, if it bothered your spirit, I'm sure it was screaming. It was funny. I enjoyed it. I did by the end of it. That was the only person who was like, I don't know, and everybody else. I kept getting hooked up this weekend, bro. I don't know. That's why I think you guys misinterpreted. I put out that tweet. I'm not like discouraged by the fucking idiots on the internet that I've been around my whole life. But no, I just kept getting hooked up this weekend. I don't know how to describe it. It was a good time. Everyone was just so nice. So I was like, fuck yeah. So far. Apple. It's speeding up a little bit. Like, you guys see the high tickers kind of like moving a little bit more. And then bonds starting to, I mean, Robinhood's still a little tweaky, but not bad. Yo, Lily. Yeah, bond, even a little bit of bond volatility as it starts to knife. I thought the shoe tweet was funny. Some people found that offensive. Even the algo. Blockchain.com has held talks to go public via SPAC deal. CoinDesk. Jeffries is up. All right, man. And then a couple more railroads, and now China. Yo, Baidu kind of taking a stick. Baba, Baidu, JD. Baba and Baidu look a little bit more aggressive. LIF, STI on the low. All right, man, you're just melting the ray. That's it. So either hit a new high or it's going to stop like right before. But this is good, dude. Literally now, I mean, that technically that gap hasn't been filled. This right here makes you feel like 2018 is still possible. But you don't have to plan around that. I'll let you know if it does happen. But other than that, it's not yeah, UMP, another railroad, keeps going up. But yeah, this is getting rid of the whole little China freak out that first time. TSM starting to pop. If we get back up here, it's going to be about hitting that high. And then if you hit that high, I think it'll all get directed by the earnings. And then give and go or stop and go after you do the buybacks, good report, so on and so forth. And then airlines starting to pop a little bit at the high. Doesn't look like news, but they're moving. Yeah, but everything is still kind of choppy, like tech-wise. I never want to hear you say, hey, I'm so YouTube idea, public exorcisms? Dude, what? No, bro. I hope all of you, I hope I could set you an example. Stay away from any fucking bad energy that don't vibe with you. Call it a day. That's what they do. But I'm even telling you, I just get it away from me. I don't want to be around nothing. I only want love, happiness, peace. I want good luck. That's why I don't bring your bad luck around here. I'm not even superstitious. I like, it's momentum. An object in motion gonna stay in motion. An object using his brain gonna use his brain. If you not using your brain, I don't want to. That spreads, dog. It spreads. Get it away from me. I said it's a boundary. It's a wall. They don't like walls, but still. So unfortunately, I'll pass on that. Intel in the 38 zone. He's like, best I could do 38.20 and go back down. Huh? Come on, yalla. Yeah, gold again. Gold and Bitcoin. That kind of hit the risk on this. That was part of the whole, like, okay, people feel a little better, but the gold part's just crazy. All those airlines started going. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't look like news, but a lot of things are starting to ramp up. And then that TSM, a lot of travel. TSM getting more candles, and if China could stay up, I mean, I don't know what's bad around here right now. 3M's going up. They have earnings, I believe, tomorrow, so you could put that on the front run list if you wanted. MSTR is now going. Now XLV. I think the biotechs might come back up. Yeah, and they've been on fire, man. So there's way more biotech headlines than not this morning. And then BHP starting to climb a little bit more. Who's the other one? Cleveland rocks. Fidelity. I think the brokerages will work. Even like AWS, everything's working, but it's crawling. Some better than others, and I'm sure you guys have different experiences depending on where you're located. But yeah, this is now the market's starting to feel a little normal, at least on my E-Trade. But most websites are still kind of crawling. Everybody has acknowledged it. I mean, it started at 4 a.m. Eastern, I believe. So it was in the morning. I mean, you had 5 hours. It got a little bit more resolved, but now, yeah, it's still it's choppy. And I'm not talking about the trade, just like connection, performance of websites, and everything is just linked to AWS. Call it a day. I feel, man, but I wouldn't even make it a big deal, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's because I'm not. I don't even feel like that way. I love my sister. I love everybody, but I'm gonna be a little selfish and protect my peace, my mind, my energy, and I know what I want. I want my God. I only care about God. That's it. And if you don't agree with me, that's fine. I don't need you to do that, but I'm not gonna. That's it. Very simple. So peace and love, bro. And I hope you remain encouraged. And that's what I'm saying. You do go on your path, bro. You're going to find the people who are meant to be there. That's how I found you guys. So, yeah, I think that's how some of you found me. So, it's going to work, and you have nothing to worry about. But you do have a responsibility to set your boundary. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a boundary and that fucks you up and violates you and puts you in moods, and that's your responsibility. So, but you have a responsibility to protect it. And that's where, I do think a lot of people are lax with that, or we're so easily talked into hearing stuff and being around things that are not good for us. And I don't want that. And you can if you want it, but I'm not. That's just how I've been doing it, man. And don't want to switch. Pull up both of the chats. That's how I have it. I have both chats up. You could pull up a pop-out chat. You work at Amazon, you've been walking around. Oh, no way. Or your systems they're all not. I guess that's where it started, huh? I never thought about that. I think everything's still a little clapped. I'm glad the YouTube is working, but I would prepare if that did cut out, because that wasn't working in the AM. And remember, last week we had a YouTube issue. Okay, banks are up. Bonds even died on that little melt up there, getting us past the Trump level, or the Trump freakout level from 3 weeks ago now. Jack, Arc W, real. And those China plays. Yeah, the fake candle. Refresh. If the candle stays, then it's real. But fake candles is a good sign that it's like tweaking. Well, I mean, I don't know. Can I interest you in a Jesus track? It's the best I could do. Maybe ease some of your guys' connection pressures here today. But I do need to go to the bathroom. So follow me on Instagram at The Trading Fraternity. You guys keep asking. This is on SoundCloud. It'll be out eventually. But Uncle loves you. God loves you more. He's with you. Amen.
Jesus. Praise God. Amen. It's a call, baby. Hey. Yeah. If we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You can have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you trying to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Nah, it's done. Daddy said it's finished, made me in his image, but that always made me timid. Wonder why we different, don't you ever get it twisted. It's the only way we get it, set apart from the start. And the heart isn't ours, it's a hippie with the love, but it's David with the sword. I want peace, so that means you gon' kill me if it's war. Nietzsche, Trotsky, can't beach on the arc. Want it easy or hard, want a genie or a god, then believe me, lil' bro, you a child, you a son of the highest in the bud. Don't deny it, we don't like it when they tell us who we are. I can tell you who I was, I can tell you who he is. I can make another song that's telling y'all about the crib, but for a second, keep it real, it's not the reason they will kill. It's the freedom in believing, they want death to bring the will. But I'd rather have it now, and I ain't never backing down. Lion gonna eat me or turn his ass around. Either way, I will remain up in his name and say it proud. Here, let's say it now, Jesus. I put Jesus on the beat so I can listen to it. I got reason to believe that we living in it. You could say it's one hell of a decision in it. Ay, if we talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there, I've done this shit for 10 years. You could have it all, but you been scared, big scare. Funny part, there wasn't even risk there. My thoughts been my own, yeah, I've been clear, no fear. Oh dear, who you try to control here? My God is the weapon, I ain't boasting. Amen.
Good timing. Bobby, can you help us? Trump greets Australian PM. All right, well, be on the lookout for Baba, but be on the lookout for like steel, minerals, aluminum, copper. Australia is big in mining, big dog. You guys know that? The only other person who has like fucking shit on China is Australia. And then China does work with Australia. So, yeah, that's your other big miner in the world, Australia. So that could be, and maybe that's why you got those upgrades today for a lot of them. I got reason to believe that we living in it. Man. Alrighty. Nice little melt. Nice little melt. Netflix did pretty good, 2.4. The premium was already jacked in the morning. Or if, again, on some of the front runs, if you hit the ask too hard or it's like you buy the higher end of it, that was the fucking run. So you do make your money on the buy. That's what they told me. Mara, Apple again, dude. That would have been a great pickup. I mean, it had premium and a lot, but dude, June, July, this thing was still down 30% on the year. BX on the high. So that's going to help out the SPY. I mean, Apple up 3, NVIDIA up 0.5. Where I think Meta was up earlier. Yeah, up 2. So big tech's doing great. And then Russell as well, 1.8 on the Russell, though. That still remained the leader here from the morning. Even with Robinhood down, kind of. Joby now. That's new for the day. I can't type. Yeah. Well, we talked about it this morning. Rare earths are either going to be a la carte or it's all going to run again. But it's going to go in these ways. Last week, you got to see it, man. Everybody was running. After like Monday, Tuesday, it started to just turn, you know, you had to have individual news. Even today, some of the ones like WWR got a big upgrade and they did an offering, but they went down. And then who was the other one? Was it Shermal or no, UAMI? They had an offering and the same upgrade by the same company, but they went up. So, and then who else? There's one more. USAR got the same upgrade from William Blair, but then they had no offering. And then they were able to rip it. So, yeah, here we are. Yeah, Venmo's down now. Well, remember, that's antimony. UAMI is actually, yeah, it's one of the only, antimony is a very odd one. We already had that talk. I'd keep an eye on coal, too. Yeah, dude, China, okay, getting a little vertical on Intel, but it's tiny. Who is it? Oh, Baidu. Yeah, Baidu and Baba. Kind of getting nice. Apple earnings 10:30. A lot are 10:30, so that's the week of Powell too. So not this week, but next week. And then remember, after these companies report, that's where the buybacks trigger and all these other stuff. So we are in a blackout of the Fed and corporate buybacks for most companies, but you are getting to the point where we're about to exit that. More China. Path went up. Beyond didn't do much. Again, Cleveland, that was the other one today. They didn't do shit. Oh, actually, it's coming back up. So wait, let me double check. I thought it was going to be dead. That's why I'm saying you just got to go back to the fucking planting days. It's very hard when it's not a planting day. No, yeah, some of them are already going up, though. So yeah, CLF flipped positively. Going fragrance free is the right move for Kering as flounders, as Gucci flounders. Fragrance free? What the fuck? I know, it's something with TP. I think it's related to TPR, Kering. Amazon stock doesn't even go up if they triple net income. So Amazon stock, oddly, has become a very stable Mag 7. You know, most stocks in the Mag 7 that have been crazy, they don't look like this. They look way crazier. So that's what kind of pisses people off. You got to think about it. Up until, like, there's only 2 pockets, like, really, in the last, like, decade or 5 years that it actually broke out of this range. And their numbers have been getting amazing. So that's the odd part with it. But, yeah, Amazon just doesn't fucking move. That's what most people are pissed off by it now. But, you know, it does offer a good stability. As far as what it is with tech, but that just hasn't been your runner. It kind of did the move that Apple did, but Apple stayed pinned for an extra 2 or 3 months. I don't do that here. I don't know why you're. Please bring that to the other chat, not in locked in, brother. Okay, so. Sorry if you take it the wrong way, but no. You got me fucked up. Why do they get background and not? I don't know, but if you want to keep posting off topic in here, I could ban you guys. So, locked in, I think that's your final warning of the day. What is this? You see how 2 being, back-to-back energy? That's what I'm telling y'all. I don't like that. So, y'all need to lock in or take the other shit to the other chat. Netflix, again. So, again, those premiums, it all just depended where you got in. Open Door, I'm now on Open Door's pager duty. What does this mean, Habibi? What should we not do? Be off topic. GM taking a flush. OpenCO tweeted the mention. I don't really know what pager duty does. Oh, dude. No. Yeah. That dude, the China shit. I totally forgot to tell you. But, bro, these China rumors are getting crazy. You guys remember, like, a week or 2 ago with the Xi Jinping one? But, like, yeah, over the last, like, week or so, too, the whole military wing of China is getting axed. I don't know. Let me get you the list. But, like, low-key, there has been a gigantic exodus in some high-level government positions in China. So, it may not mean nothing. Yeah. but understand nothing was done for me, and I'ma keep on timing it all. So yeah, but straight up, let me see if I can find it. But that's just usually not a good sign of stability. Yeah, again, GM had that candle, nothing crazy happened. Oh, well, this one too, you guys just have to see this, because I guarantee you, like, I'm telling you, in like 20 years, I think one of you is going to think this drone is Jesus. But yeah, they set a new world record. 16,000 drones, look at that. While I find you the other shit. Come on, where is it? Isn't that crazy? I think that's nuts. That's why you'll be like, Josh, Jesus came to me as a 190-foot image. Yeah, bro. You never, bro. I've been to a drone show, not like the Chinese ones are dope, dude. They're like insane, but yeah, dude, drone shows are getting very, very popular now. That's like the liberal version of fireworks. I can't find. There was like a flow chart with all of them, but yeah, people are talking about it. But there's like this flow chart of it. No, I think there's two more. But like I think I even want to say, well, I think one more of these guys, but these are the top generals, but then I think there was another 10 more that have been axed. So just kind of random. Beyond pop. Well, good luck. I don't think the premiums really moved. Yeah, but Beyond is starting to move now. So it's getting out of that window. They're all sadly the same price as prior. Talking plays, yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. I've been there. Coin. Is Robinhood working now? Maybe that's the question you should be asking. You think they go back to work after the show? Surveillance? That's funny. I didn't even think about that, but yeah, probably. You were able to get a trade and it took forever. Yeah, well, Beyond starting to move if you guys want it. I think it's about to hit its new high of the day. It was a little bit higher pre-market. Like you said, you could watch them, but I choose your frustration and what you want to do. You really need to switch platforms? So weird. You guys only have that thought when you need it, and Josh has always told you that was going to happen. So, like I've told you, with every financial service brokerage, everybody loves shit when it works. That is why I'm annoying. And I tell you guys to just keep this in mind. You have to think about this stuff. And again, choose your frustration. You know, I don't think these brokerages are that bad, but like I'm saying, if push ever comes to shove, you know, or if you ever needed your money, that is something that I take very seriously because I've been in those situations. So you do have to think about it, but sadly, you know, you don't really think about it till it happens. So this is a good little planning ahead type moment. So I'm glad you guys could see it. But then again, you know, if things go back to normal, you may not need it until you need it. And that's kind of the idea, though. It is, I agree with you. It's very annoying to switch. Especially Robinhood does not make it easy also. So I definitely feel you. That's why, if you want to listen while being, make sure you have multiple options. That's how the only reason I'm on Robinhood right now is because I was wiring out and I just had shit sitting there and I didn't want to fuck with the other ones. So think about that. You have to have options. And I hope you do plan ahead accordingly. Yes, it is hard to blame Robinhood when it was Amazon's problem, but none of my TOS had any issues. So, take that how you please. Ethereum. Like I said, anytime I talk about you guys' brokerages, it's like talking about your girlfriend. People get pissed no matter what. Even if I said they're pretty. They'll be like, what? The fuck? Don't you dare talk. I'm not switching no brokerage. I love this brokerage. I love her. She would never take the buy button away from me. Don't you say that. You don't know her like I know her. The Weibo's a different story. You're like, no, Josh, you don't speak English, but we use Google Translate. It's still, there's a connection, Josh. It's not just, who cares if she don't even, I could teach her the language. I don't. Okay, I'm done before they revolt. You guys are going to kill me. I know that you guys way too many Robinhood and Weibo accounts. Y'all going to murder me. I got one more joke away. You would switch, but in too deep with Robinhood. I feel you, man. That's how every stripper becomes a stripper for 20 years. Okay, I'm done. It's finished. No, that's not the lot. Oh, no. All right. I gotta go, man. I gotta go. You had a business idea, then a YouTube video, said a sign from God? No, man. Turn off the computer and pray. That's what you gotta be careful of. Your phone is listening to you. So it might be a good idea, you know what I'm saying? But get your confirmation from the Lord, not the computer. Promise. Because literally, that's what I'm worried about with AI. Because AI has told people to do a lot of ideas. And you're like, wow, I have an idea. Mm-hmm. You just found out your girlfriend was cheating. Christian girl, too. Nice. You got Christ fish. That's what happened to me before. It's a cool experience. Kind of heartbreaking. But rejoice, brother. Believe me. It never failed me. So, I mean, hey, you're going to have a little bit of an issue in the next couple of months. Maybe the year, depending on how you handle it. But, I would be excited. Life usually gets a lot better when people remove themselves who don't belong. So, yeah, God bless, bro. I'll allow that off topic in there because if it's real. I would hate to ban you for that. And you got cheated on. That would suck. But, yeah, I got you, but other chat too, though. Yeah, bro, it'll stuck for a little bit. No, you good, dog. That's why don't worry, bro. I'm just saying. For future reference, I'll let that one slide. But if any of you try to come up with that, no, he's the only one with the exception because it's reality. So, yeah, man, you'll be good, though. I'm telling you, it's weird, but you'll be good. Oh, Dio. You know, TAP fired a bunch of people today, too. They did a mini restructure. Deer and their computers are down. Yeah, dude, AWS, this happened before, you guys. When was the last time we had this? Johnson will bring the House back to session if Senate passes bill to pay furloughed workers. Didn't it happen? No, the market didn't care about it. I think it wasn't that related to Palo Alto or that big hack? Which one was that? Was it? Oh, you remember? I feel like Tyree's gonna know this one. What was it? SolarWinds? I think it was SolarWinds. That was the Microsoft hack. And I think that was the last time we had a CrowdStrike, I think was it. Yeah, and I think it led to AWS down, but like a lot of people don't realize how connected everything is to AWS. Like that's why somebody was like, it's too big to fail, because everything relies on it. That was the problem. And I mean, I hate to bring up a political point, but that was the problem under the real fascism of Biden that nobody said anything about. Because you guys remember when they banned Parler, that like Republican blue sky, and that's where people got scared because they're like, oh shit, AWS hosts everybody. It's AWS and Cloudflare. That's what kind of, it's all limited to a couple of points. And if they didn't agree with you, they could pretty much silence you. So that was another issue related to the same exact thing. But the whole idea is that like all of the internet pretty much runs on it. And you only have a couple of options. So if one of them goes down and the best one, it's going to affect a lot of things. So, hi. Nobody talks about Parler now. Well, they did silence them at the height of their growth and then keep them away from people organically for years. I mean, I could relate, but yeah, it kind of makes sense. But then again, it would have just been Republican blue sky, which I would have paid to see. That would have been kind of funny. Wait, it's called Truth. Oh, wait, never mind. Okay, it makes sense, actually. I've seen it. NVIDIA, 2 big candles. Let's see. Baby Chad turned in 12. Oh, fuck it. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. And amen, bro. Happy birthday. 12? That's it, man. 2 more years. I hope he already has a long term. I started my long term around that age. It's kind of wild to say. I agree. It is kind of like a Trump blog rather than anything else. The generation in movies where the internet goes down, people lose their mind. I mean, dog. I feel like we all do those still. People are like, wait a minute. There's trees outside. I didn't realize till my phone stopped working. It's so beautiful. Oxygen. That's amazing. Oh, the Beyond premiums took a jump on that 10-cent pop. They didn't move all day. So that Beyond move is waking up premiums. If you could break out, they might start going. Again, I'm not as good as the trash, but I am watching that premium. So yeah, that moved from here to here. All day, none of them moved. They only went down. J&J or Johnson. We'll bring back. Yeah. I read that as a J&J quote. I was like, what? Akon and Young Jeezy. Akon, 2% pop. Samsung. I mean, it's a lot of people do it. I mean, it's not too unusual, but I'm sure there's a reason that could give a bias towards it, but I haven't looked. Stack up on VC. You mean like VCRs, like VHS? If that's a ticker, I'm gonna ban you. If it's a VHS type, I agree. Yeah, he meant VHS. Someone stole an Xbox when you were 20? Best thing that happened to you? Some kid stole my Microsoft Zune in the locker, and I never got undressed in the locker room ever again. So I had a different experience. Electricity? That's crazy to think about. So like all those people at the No Kings rally. Their worry was electricity because, you know, they grew up when it was invented. That's it. Now they're all mad. I don't know why they're fucking mad, dude. I love it, man. I try to even defend the boomers for you guys, and you would get so mad at me. Come to find out, that's all the fucking liberals who are actually not one young person was motivated to go. Okay, 10% of the young people were motivated, and that is sad. But everybody else, good for you. Good for you. All right, GLD again. Beyond's going. Your premiums. Okay, now they're widening the spreads. That's weird. So again, so this little block is just widening. This is where they moved. I'll give you guys some call outs, but I haven't made a play on it. I told you guys I was going to watch it. Akon and Young long term. Trying to take it easy. I had a brown Zune, dog. Fuck you. What the hater? What's wrong with the brown Zune, huh? Hey, yo, I'm gonna go get a boomer. We're gonna do a fucking protest, dog. Fuck that. Hold on. That's crazy. Okay, Beyond Gold. High ticker's doing very well again. 90% green all day. See, if China flips, that could slow us down, or Google, or Apple, or again, your boys, the chips. And then some of those earnings runners are actually doing great to start off. I don't know about the premiums, though. It's just really Netflix. U.S. is stalling on G7 plan to expand use of Russian assets. Yeah, they gave up on the Zune. It was because Apple, the iPod, bro. I was a Zune dude until then, until I traded a RuneScape account for my first iPod. Isn't that crazy? That shit was dope, though. That's it. And then I had to put instrumentals on the iPod, because if my mom caught me listening to anything with that wasn't Jesus music, I'll get my ass whooped, and then it turned into fucking Fight Night 3. So it was kind of fun if you thought it. You never knew what was going to happen. So I got exposure to instrumentals, and I learned how to play defense from a right hook sandal. What? As some of you can relate, some of you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sure Stacy gave you a lot of opportunities growing up. K-Web in China, that's going to lift you up a little bit. As long as that doesn't go down, you can still stay melted up without it. And then Celsius on the highs, 17 highs. Tapwave Palm device? Dude, Palm, I never got my Palm Pilot. That was OD, bro. Wow. Eric Merck says he gave his life to the Lord today. He renounced all of his sins, and he's letting go of his old life to follow the Lord. Congratulations, brother. Congratulations. I'm going to ban you so that you have time to focus on the Lord. That's good. I'm proud of you. We'll be here for you, brother. Congratulations. That's amazing, you guys. I love it. PSNL. Personales. Okay, USAR now. See if, again, CLF goes hand in hand. Those are both, honestly, I think some of their algos are tied from this morning. They're both moving in tandem. Again, then those premiums actually went up on, that was going to be ours probably for the day. That might be the one. Because everything else kind of fucking jacked. Yeah. Yeah, the CLFs are hitting now. Very well, actually. That's what sucks. So you guys see it. It gets depressed when they calm down, but right when they go fucking nuts, that's it. I have KDPs. I got those on the day that I wasn't there because they had the buyout stuff. But yeah, they have rumors still circulating. ZG. Yeah, Zillow, actually a little bit of volume with Zillow. And then, bro, the CRMs are kind of melting up now. I just took a look there. Remember I was saying those kind of lag, but you guys called them out. They woke back up. Trump hopes to accomplish a lot today with Australian Prime Minister. Only way to go. And so, damn, fucking spreads. If you're looking for me, I'll be long time with my 10%. They probably looking for the diamond. Cause I'm a long time. Yeah, I just a soul saver. If you're looking for me, I mean, ooh. Yeah, but the CRMs are up. I don't know where. Pan W. Okay, a couple of cyber plays moving up. Hey, yo, did YouTube go down? Uh-oh. One of my YouTubes isn't working. Locked in. I still see you guys. The other one's tripping out. I'm getting a circle. Do you see me still? Good. Yeah. Alright, well, my shit's glitching. Damn, 10 years below 4? Look at that. If you're looking for me, I'll be long time. V-net on the high. It's okay, we'll get a lot of songs stuck in our head. PayPal on the high. XNet. Why does that sound familiar? There's one more. I'm blanking on it. Yeah, some of the minerals are picking up. It's going to be a la carte. Like I'm saying, some more than others. CLF and USAR are kind of going hand in hand, but you're going to get a little bit of back and forth. I don't think if Trump says the right thing, we'll get broad momentum. If not, it's going to be a la carte. And just remember why I'm saying that, because he's meeting with Australia today, and Australia is tied to critical minerals very heavily. If you're looking for me, I'll be a long time. I'm sorry, guys. Apple, now you got Riot by Dunius. Don't you guys love the long term? And, you know, I don't know who needs to hear this, but the stock market will become your bitch if you save 10% and hold for 10 years minimum. And in the middle of all this crazy and everybody pumping and all this, it looks like everything's fast money. Just remember, you don't need to stress yourself out. Yes, you could develop trading skills and do a lot, but you don't ever have to force something that you don't have much experience with. You know, put yourself in a position to succeed and just ask anybody here. You get a long term from the moment you know about the market and build with good assets you already know about and hold for 10 years. You are not going to regret it, my friend. You know, there's always the option of a much more simpler path that offers you a good way to grow your money. You know, this is us versus the rest of the world, baby. So I like that. And don't forget about that, all right? And don't forget about how that could even tie into real estate and how you set up a long-term, you build yourself in good future positions and make it serve you. My brother, the trading and the balance of the trading, I think it'll come to you a lot easier. So I don't know who needs to hear this, but yeah, man, it's amazing. It's amazing. Cause I'm a long time, yeah. Just a soul SWKS. The long term is a blessing, man. So y'all run it, man. Again, you know about the market, so take advantage from it the first moment, man. And let it work for you the rest of your life. Oh, Intel, Netflix is running, Meta. Bad if there's a deal with Australia. I mean, it depends what the deal is structured as, but I'd assume if it was more strategic and incentivized, a direct partnership between the two countries that would help us compete with China, I think it'd be better. But look at what's happened with the rare earths. The problem is, even if it's not ideal, it's probably still going to rip. Because what happens if Australia or China doesn't want to work with us? Then they're the ones who control most of it. That's what happened that last 2 weeks when they were like, oh my gosh, bad China news, and then it ripped. Because then if China limits the rare earths, the supply, demand, price, ta-da! Gives you pride. I think long term will give you confidence. You know, it's like richest man in Babylon. You know, the man, when you hear the jingling of the coins in your purse and you're like, wow, and you see what you've built, and now you know you could build, and now you know what you could move, and they're like, ooh, I could do this with that, and oh, long term. So get one. And we could do an altar call today if you guys would like. You know, I could set it up. You guys could come to the front if you've never made a long term and would like to finally do it. I don't know how the fuck you haven't already, but you know, I'll forgive you. But you guys should come forth and make a long term today. If you've never done it, why are you delaying? Imagine the years I've said it, even this month, this year, everything. And I know a lot of people are talking about trading. We've done great at trading, actually. But at the same time, I don't think we would have got there without a long term. And now you could do it. So make one. If you haven't done it, I'm talking to the people who haven't done it yet. I'm talking to the people who fucking know this talk. You know this conversation damn well, too. You know that, right? You know it. You know it, bro. That's all you got to do, man. That's it. So, amen, bro. You were in the studio with Spitter. You got his son a long term. It's good. I hope you put him on the channel, dog. Otherwise, you gonna front run me too like everyone else? But either way, dog, I like the long term. But you guys got to stick with it. And that's the next plan, is making sure you follow along. The long-term ambassador. Well, I mean, you guys all can, but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what you do with it and how you do it. But, you know, you do got to make sure you get one on your own and let it reflect and ride with it for that time. Otherwise, you know, like I'm saying, we talked about it the other day. Some of you are going to go through the 2-year, 3-year test, or if we do get any of that in there. So we'll see. We will see. Ride it on rebalancing. I think you know the answer. So I'm saying, and you don't have to listen to me, but you got to go on a different strategy. But that's, you know, our plan is very simple. You know, I made a good video that's why I bought the farm. You remember? So the question you just asked was part of what led to this. Just because, again, it's a easy answer. And, you know, at 2030, we could talk. Stellantis plans 400 fires. It's good, baby. I know every song. You know that? Up until like 2018, I could probably recite 90%. Yeah, life is amazing. But yeah, man, long terms, it's a long time coming, baby. Well, that's why too, man, and that's why when it comes to, like, you guys just decide, align with what you want. Our 10-year plan is so easy. That's why I like it. It's easy and it's scalable. You could do it with a little, you could do it with a lot, but if you don't want to, I can't help you once you divert from the rules. Like I'm saying, if I'm telling you that's what happens a lot of the time. It's just, and I don't mean this in a mean way, it's just I do become less effective. If you follow 80% of the rules and then start altering it and then a problem comes up, I can't troubleshoot. You know what I'm saying? But if you are sticking with the plan, I mean, there is an answer for every single scenario. That's why I like it. But once we start playing out of strategic selling, once we start, you know, getting emotional, not following our timelines, and our intention does not match up with how we position, then it's just going to be a shit show. Ask anybody who's done it, you know, and thank God you have Chads who have done it and will tell you, you know, because you guys don't got to listen to me anymore. I really think you have great real life experience here in the hive mind because you guys have done it. And I'm kind of glad because it's like, you don't have to listen to me, but I do hope that you will get the truth somehow. And if you learn this lesson early and you learn it quick, even better. You don't have to take my word for it. You could learn by experience, but ideally you do want to be able to stick to this 10-year plan. Everything else, I would go make another account for it. Do you guys get what I'm saying? Do whatever you want. But if you should have one account that looks like mine. You should have one long-term account operating on the exact rules that I have given you. Why? Because that is an account. This is what I always tell you. If you're in the stock market, you should have an account that only goes straight up. Do you not realize that? All of us have now, after years, every single person who just followed the rules simply. I don't care, whatever else. Go make a swing trading account, day trading, whatever you want. But you will have an account that just goes up and to the right. Tell me that's not what we all want. That's what I want. So you should get one. And that's where this comes into play. You should always make sure that you have one account that is stable, holding long, following a broader, and again, budgeted. This is 10% minimum. This is, again, even $300 a month. That started with $200 a month. So you do just want one that goes up and to the right. Everything else, if it starts to deviate, make a new account for it. Make it there. But this way you could have a clean, separate account with just, it only does one thing, go up. Oh, I'm a big fan. Woo! JD and Baba again. A TLT breakout look like? Probably like 3.5 on the 10-year. Or maybe even 3. But it's a weird time because we don't know if inflation's going to come back. And there's a lot of things. That's why it's like if they start cutting or not, or if a banking crisis would cause more cuts, that may lower the rates, but high debt, a lot of these issues, if that reflects back to the economy how it did last time, and you have to deal with that, you're going to have a problem. It's not going to be good. Otherwise, as long as there's no inflation, then the bonds should be, and why I say that, because the bonds won't break out if that's the case. But if we end up getting that inflation again, the bonds will catch a bid with rate cuts, but eventually it'll do what it did last time. Otherwise, if it's chill and the bonds, the economy is supportive of the move, then I do think the bonds on the long end could have more of a move. But that's why like gold and silver and dollar are really, really tied. UNH ripping, one little candle pop, a little bit of volume preceding it, but moving, and Google. Keep it separate. Nah, that's not gonna hurt you. It's a good thing to do. But you should have one account that goes straight up, or always up, or always long. You know what I'm saying? Why you can? You have the opportunity. I would do it and make that a goal. That's a no-no. UNH on the 28th. That's going to be interesting because if they don't do good, that 2-year plan is going to really look big. If they do good though, oh man, motherfuckers are going to go crazy. Errors. Attack on Russian plant hasn't affected gas flow to Kazakhstan. PBI again. Google's starting to wake up there. Pitney Bowes. Hey, good. Yeah, you'll see the trade flash with a lot of equities. I mean, sometimes it's meaningful, but I wouldn't be too caught up with that. Airbnb. Oh, yo, and then the meetup. We gotta make another video, but they got some updates for me. And then, yo, Cody. Is Cody in here? I saw Cody last night, and I forgot to fucking talk to you about your house, bro, because you sent me some good ones. So I don't know if Cody, if you're here right now, but the guys, what do you guys think 2 weeks after Thanksgiving? That's where they're thinking, not set in stone yet, but 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, we could do a cult meetup for the next set of guys who want to come through. So wouldn't that be like beginning of December or like a little bit into it? And Vetus, I don't know. They like a week or two, there was like some NVIDIA update, and then we got it at that $1 that first time. So yeah, you should have shares at like $1 something of Navitas. I have a bunch for free. Okay, there's Gig. So yeah, I did want to, I don't know, we could go over it. Maybe I could give you a call after Philo, Cody, and I was going to do this with you in person, but yeah, bro, my bad. I forgot. I called right when I drove off. I was going to remind you, but I like that other one you sent. I gave you those 2 options, so I don't know where you're at with the process, but I like how you're going about it. And then even John, too. John, I emailed you as well. You had a good one on that off market, so I do like that one a little bit better. And then even Deco, I gave you my price on that one, but it did look interesting depending on the quality. Yeah, we'll do it after Philo. I'll get you on a call, and we could talk it over if you're down. Otherwise, we'll do it privately. It's up to you. But I'm gonna just go off of the last status of the last email. Sounds good. Are you gonna pull through too, bro? I would love it if the guys who already came the first time. I would love it if you guys came out too, because that'd be easier, and then we could have a whole new set of the guys as well as the guys who are the founding fathers. Woo! But yeah, so I don't know where that aligns schedule-wise, but that's what they're thinking. So we are going to hone in on that, given that October is almost over and the whole entire year. Lulu's starting to wake up. Nettie's, that's a China. Dude, Nettie's used to be such a dope mover. Actually, they're even doing good, though, as a China name. And then Booz Allen on the high, it's consulting. I don't know when Trump's going to go on, but that's going to be the Australia stuff. 11 minutes ago was zero close. Oh, let's do a push-up, bro. I need a stretch, squat, everything. Oh, you're doing a car tint shop in San Diego? Nice. Well, yeah, man, you'll be close by. I think for the guys in Cali, dude, you guys should definitely come out, assuming you're like chill and, you know, would follow instructions as we've set forth. But other than that, I mean, it's very fish. That's what just sucks for everybody outside because, man, it's a mission. I don't like airports and planes and shit. Fuck that. I don't know when Trump's gonna speak. That's what I was saying. But he is him with the PM of Australia. All right, sounds good, baby. Sounds good. I'm stretching. Do your push-ups right now. I'm doing the lunges, bro. I needed a good stretch. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I can't sell any trades today. Where's Cleveland? 3M again. That's a good pre-earnings. That's starting to like melt now. Actually, he's getting a way bigger candle. That's a stick. A baby stick. Maybe a twig. Yeah, that jacked up the premiums there with the earnings. They didn't have a pre-earnings move till that. You better hope Trump doesn't say anything important. Yeah, it's live right now. Because then, motherfuckers, yeah, I don't know if you'll be able to trade it.
Australia, fantastic place. A lot of friends over there, and this is one of them right here. The Prime Minister is, as you know, Anthony Albanese, and he's highly respected. Done very well in his election, and I hear you're very popular today, right? I mean, it varies from day to day, but with all of us. But he's done a fantastic job as the Prime Minister. We're here to talk about trade, submarines, lots of other military equipment. They're big orderers of our great military equipment. We have the best equipment anywhere in the world by far. And you gotta watch that.
Gotta watch that.
You're not allowed to break that. That mirror is 400 years old. The camera just hit the mirror.
The mirror.
I just moved it up here special from the vaults, and the first thing that happens, the camera hits it. Hard to believe, isn't it? Hard to believe, but these are the problems in life. So we're going to be here to talk about lots of different things, and we might take a few questions before, but we are discussing critical minerals and rare earths, and we're going to be signing an agreement that's been negotiated over a period of 4 or 5 months. And it was sort of good timing that we got it done just in time for the visit. And we worked together very much on rare earths, critical minerals.
There it is. It's already hit the wire. This one's even lagged a little bit.
We've had a very good relationship. We've been working on that for quite a while.
So listen, and
in
find
about
her.
A year from now,
there might
we'll
be
have so
one
much
mention.
critical mineral and rare earths that you won't know what to do with them. They'll be worth about $2.
Manchester United.
But, in the meantime, we're working with Australia and other countries. They're working with us too. But other countries also on that. But we're really working on anything.
Yo, they're
having to do with
480ing Manu.
military
That's weird.
Military,
Yeah, bro, something with Manu.
ships, vehicles,
it hasn't triggered yet, but they're
guns,
480ing those
ammunition,
options for
everything,
some
the whole
reason.
thing. We've been long-term allies, and I would say there's never been
Trump
anybody
working
better.
with
We've won wars
military.
together.
No, that's not it.
Never had any
I hate
doubts, and,
Manu, bro.
It's a great
But
honor to have you
that's
as my
weird
friend.
with the
It's a great
options. They're
honor to
tweaking
have
out,
you
but it might be
in the
because it's so
United States
illiquid.
of America. Please, would you like to say something?
Well, thank you so much, Mr. President, for the invitation here to the White House and for showing us around the improved Oval Office and for what you're doing around here as well. And
I
for
found a cheap one.
the great
I don't
honour
like
as
it,
well
but it was
of my
cheap enough.
delegation staying
Yeah,
just
Manu
across the road.
takeover
We
bid.
could've walked, but they didn't let us.
The Glazers.
We
Okay, it's gonna be
drove
bullshit,
all
but
of, 20
you know what I'm
metres,
saying. But it might cause.
there
That's
from
what I'm saying. The
warehouse.
premiums already got
But
jacked.
It's a great honour to be able
There was
to
one
stay
cheap one.
there.
You got to look a little out. It's not on the
We
short
are
term.
great friends and we're great allies. And this is a relationship that's been forged in the battlefields of the world. We have stood side by side for freedom and democracy. And congratulations, I must say, Mr. President, on the work that you've done with the Middle East. It's an extraordinary achievement. And
Albanese were great friends.
We've already had a discussion about taking it to the next level. Our defence and security partnership with AUKUS is so important for us, and I thank you for.
Yeah, it already faded there, but watch out as that starts to get there.
Giving as well. You've had the Chief of the Navy here as well, which will play obviously a very critical role with the subs.
Yeah, remember there's that with the fucking Elon
the security
and then
for
the
the
Glazer.
region.
It's kind of like Para. That's why I hate
Our
it.
economic relationship is so
5 billion?
important.
Oh,
The US
yeah,
has a
see,
trade
and they
surplus
fucking
with
cut it up.
Australia, as you know.
I think it's worth less
And we
than that.
can continue to
I think right now.
take what
Oh,
is
shit.
every
No,
opportunity
yeah, it's a weird deal, bro. It doesn't make any sense.
to improve
So
the
yeah, it might move
relationship
around.
even
People might
further
tweak, but be
and
very
make it
careful
even
with that.
stronger.
Not the biggest
Today's
fan,
agreement
unless the
on
risk to
critical
reward is
minerals and
extremely
rare
low.
earths
Low risk, high
is
reward.
Just taking it to the next level, seizing those opportunities which are before us to take our relationship to that next level. And it's been fantastic, the contact that we've had together, the friendship that we've developed.
Okay, I'm gonna go potty.
And Australians love America, and I think Americans kind of like Australia too.
We do.
And as we go
Yeah,
forward,
so they just signed the
today
critical
will be
minerals
seen
agreement.
as
That's
a
what this
really
is.
significant day in our relationship. So I thank you very much,
All right,
Mr.
Burb.
President.
Well, thank you very much, Anthony. It's an honor to sign this, and we'll do it now. And then we'll take some questions. Some good ones, I think. Okay.
This is an $8.5 billion pipeline that we have ready to go.
That's right. It's all ready
Just,
to go.
just getting started.
And we're doing a real job on rare earth and many other things. Perhaps I could ask John to say a few words, and then we'll exchange papers. But just how are we doing on your naval purchases and all of the submarines that we're working on with Australia? How's that going?
Thank you, Mr. President. Obviously, Australia is a very important ally of ours in the Indo-Pacific and in every battle we fought with us since World War I, and have always been side by side. The facility that they're building, Surfwest, is critical and very important to our ability to project power in the Indo-Pacific and work with our allies. So we're working very closely. I think what we're really trying to do is take the original AUKUS framework and improve it for all three parties and make it better and clarify some of the ambiguity that was in the prior agreement. So it should be a win-win for everybody. So,
And the submarines that we're building for Australia are starting to really move along, right? The process is getting very exciting, isn't it?
we're getting better.
That's good. Very good.
It's going to be great.
Thank you very much. Maybe we'll hold this up. Okay.
The AUKUS submarine the AUKUS defence pact that the Prime Minister just mentioned, it is a critical issue for Australia.
Yes.
You haven't really spoken much about it publicly. It was a deal that was done under Joe Biden to sell submarines to Australia.
Yeah,
at
that's
a time
hitting
when
another
you're
wire,
not really
too.
making enough for your
That
own needs.
sub thing.
So can you tell us, have
And
you
tan,
got
solar
across the
stock
details
going
of
up.
the
The
deal?
fuck?
Do you
Yeah.
support it, and will you honour it?
It was made a while ago, and nobody did anything about it, and it was going too slowly. We do actually have a lot of submarines. We have the best submarines in the world, anywhere in the world, and we're building a few more currently under construction. And now we're starting, we have it all set. With Anthony, we've worked on this long and hard, and we're starting that process right now, and I think it's really moving along very rapidly, very well.
If the rate of submarine production doesn't continue, how can you guarantee Australia will get the blow?
Oh, it's getting, oh no, they're getting.
Yeah, do your push-ups too, bro.
Excuse me, you're next. Go ahead.
China's bad behavior has really only gotten worse since the AUKUS partnership was formed.
respectful of us. They're paying tremendous amounts of
What else
money
you
to
gonna
us.
say, though? It's coming down.
In the form of tariffs. As you know, they're paying 55%. That's
Okay, it's coming down on that. They may pay 155 if no deal by G. It's the same thing that brought us down last time. It may not knife as hard. Be careful. It's the same exact thing that fucked you up last Friday or 2 Fridays ago.
China's paying.
They said 150. Algos don't like hearing that. 155 by November 1st.
Come November 1st, unless we make a deal. And I'm meeting with President Xi. We have a very good relationship. We're going to be meeting in South Korea in a couple of weeks, and we'll see what we can do. We have a very good relationship with China, but you know, it's been probably a little bit like your relationship with China. They try and take advantage, but most countries do. I mean, I can say the European Union took advantage, but not anymore. We worked out a very fair trade deal. Japan, we worked out a very fair deal. South Korea, where I'll be meeting President Xi, we worked out a very fair deal, and I expect we'll probably work out a very fair deal with President Xi of China. So most of you will be with us. It's going to be very exciting, and I think we're going to work out something that's good for both countries.
Are you at least interested in expediting the nuclear-powered subs to Australia?
Well, we are doing that, yeah. We're doing that. we have them moving very, very quickly. Yeah, please.
Let's pick it up a little. I think it sounded a little better, but again, the algo, you saw what it said,
And I
155.
actually have been to Australia.
It was literally the same thing from 2 Fridays ago, and we're still kind of playing back and forth
But I have
on
been
it.
to Australia, actually. And I would. In fact, I've been invited to go, and I'll have to give it serious consideration. No, it's a real possibility.
Did the Prime Minister invite you today?
He did.
And perhaps we could time it, must be said, with the President's Cup that Australia hosts as well.
When is the President's Cup?
We'll organise it at a time suitable for you, Mr. President.
Okay, please, in the back, please. Yeah, in the back, please.
Yeah, Mr. President, the Prime Minister mentioned that there's a trade imbalance that's very heavily in America's favour. Why does America slap such heavy tariffs on a friend and ally?
Well, we don't, yeah. Well, we do in some cases. We do in many cases because we've been treated unfairly. But actually, the tariffs are very light. The one thing is you buy a lot of airplanes, so that helps because you buy a lot of the beautiful Boeings, the best of the Boeings. Boeing.
Oh,
by the way,
wow,
Boeing
we got a
is
dowry?
really doing well. They have lots of orders, and they're really doing a great job.
Took 40
They make
cents
a
off
great
that.
plane.
It hasn't loaded yet.
Australia, because of its location, which is great, but one of the things dictated by that location is you have to order a lot of airplanes. So I guess we have that advantage. They need a lot of airplanes in Australia, and that gives us a little bit of an advantage.
They didn't announce any deal, but yeah, Boeing moved a little bit off that.
In his Shangri-La speech, I think it was May, warned about the potential likelihood or threat of President Xi ordering an invasion of Taiwan. 2027 is also the year that Fleet-Based West is supposed to start rotating those US and UK submarines. Do you see AUKUS as a deterrent for
It's still
China?
going down after the
Yeah, I do. I think it
algo
is,
comment in
but I
China.
don't think we're going to need it. I think we'll be just fine with China. China doesn't want to do that. First of all, the United States is the strongest military power in the world by far. It's not even close. Not even close. We have the best equipment. We have the best of everything, and nobody's going to mess with that. And I don't see that at all with President Xi. I think we're going to get along very well as it pertains to Taiwan and others. Now, that doesn't mean it's not the apple of his eye, because probably it is. But I don't see anything happening. We have a very good trade relationship. We're going to have a very good, I think when we leave South Korea, could be wrong, but I think we'll end up with a very strong trade deal. Both of us will be happy. I don't see that happening now.
Given the trade surplus that the US enjoys with Australia, would you consider lifting the tariffs that you've imposed on Australia? And can you give us any details about the critical?
Yeah, well, the
we're still kind of
tariffs have
moving on
been amazing because, tariffs have been really a reason that I was able to settle almost all of the, I've settled 8 wars in 8 months. Not bad. I have one more to go. It's Russia-Ukraine, and I think we'll get there, but it's turned out to be nasty because you have 2 leaders that truly hate each other, You can't have it all, right? They hate each other beyond all else. and it makes it actually a little bit difficult. But we try, of the 8 deals, I would say because of tariffs, 4 or 5 of them were settled. It's an amazing thing, the power of tariffs in terms of our country. But tariffs have always been used against us. We never use them against anywhere else. And now you have a president that, for national security reasons and other reasons, is using them, and we've become a very rich nation again and a very secure nation again. But we've also become a nation that used that power of tariffs and the power of trade to settle 5 of the 8 wars that I said. I settled 8. I'm very proud of that. Nobody else has settled 1. I don't think there's been an American president that settled 1. I think there probably hasn't been, outside of the 2 countries involved, or however many are at war. I don't think there's ever been an outside country that settled a war, period. So I settled 8 in 8 months. I'm proud of that. Now, in the meantime, I'm running a country that's, right now, we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. We were dead. A year and a half ago, we were a dead country. Now we're the hottest country in the world, economically and otherwise. So, but I will say this, Australia pays very low tariffs. Very, very low tariffs. In fact, Australia pays among the lowest tariffs. Go ahead.
Mr. President, there's been concern in Australia that it's taken 9 months to get this meeting. Have you had any concerns with this administration, with its stance on Palestine, climate change, or even things the ambassador said about you in the past, the Australian ambassador?
I don't know anything about him. I mean, if he said bad, then maybe he'll like to apologize. I really don't know. Did an ambassador say something bad about me? Don't tell me. I don't. Where is he? Is he still working for you?
Yeah.
You said bad?
Before I took this position, Mr. President,
I don't like you either. I don't, and I probably never will. Go ahead. No, you went. Go ahead.
I
feel though.
Secretary of the Navy said there will be some clarifications around some ambiguities on AUKUS. Can you tell us what?
Well, he'll get that taken care of. These are just minor details that he'll take
Can I ask you specifically on
John, you're going to get that taken care of, right?
Correct.
There shouldn't be any more clarifications because we're just going now full steam ahead building. Yeah, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are you now satisfied with Australia's defence investment, or do you want Australia to invest more in defence?
Well, I'd always like more, but they have to do what they have to do. You know, you can only do so much. I think they've been great. They're building magnificent holding pads for the submarines. It's going to be expensive, too. You wouldn't believe the level of complexity, right, and how expensive it is. They're building tremendous docking because they have a lot of ships and a lot of things happening. And I think their military has been very strong, very, very strong. Over here, please.
Mr. President, on the war that you haven't solved yet, the Ukraine-Russia situation, have you now locked in a meeting? And can you explain, just a few weeks ago at UNGA, you said that Ukraine could possibly win the war and keep its territory, but now the story seems a bit different.
They will, but they could still win it. I never said they would win it. I said they could win. Anything can happen. You know, war is a very strange thing. A lot of bad things happen, a lot of good things happen. If you look at the Middle East, I would say prior to us hitting Iran so hard, we could have never made that deal because you would have had a dark cloud over the Middle East when we took out their nuclear capability, which was one of the great military maneuvers of all time. It was flawless. You saw that. Yeah. Those magnificent B-2s. I mean, that was a flawless move that was done by some very talented people, headed up by Pete and everybody else, and our great generals, and General in particular, Raisin Cain. We did a great job, and when that happened, everything was different, and we were able to get a deal. If we didn't do that, if it wasn't, you know, they wanted to do that for 22 years, Mr. Prime Minister. For 22 years, I had the pilots here, the B-2 pilots, and they came to the Oval Office, and I thought they deserved it. They flew 37 hours back and forth. We had 52 tankers up there. We had a lot of planes up there with them, but they were the primary plane. But we had a lot of planes, F-22s and F-35s and F-16. We had a lot of planes, but we had 52 tankers. Can you believe that? And it was just like a flawless mission. And when it was finished, the Middle East just opened up. Amazing. And they've wanted to do it for 22 years. The pilots came up to me. They said, you know, for 22 years we practiced this maneuver. 3 times a year for 22 years, our predecessors and us. These are now young pilots, you know, but they're older now. Predecessors practiced it, and they said We never had a president that would let us do it, but I let him do it, and it totally opened up the Middle East. It took the cloud over the, we had a dark cloud over the Middle East, and now it's all, we have a little situation relatively with Hamas, and that will be taken care of very quickly if they don't straighten it out themselves, because they're in violation of their agreement.
On rare earth minerals, Australia is one of the only places in the world that processes rare earth minerals.
Yeah,
could there be an agreement? China has 90% of the processing. Could there be an agreement over processing rare earth minerals?
This is on the rare earth stuff right now.
It's part of the agreement.
I'm saying doing an agreement on processing. That could be related to your watch list that one time. Last week with Battlefield.
Taiwan, there are reports that will come up, or China is pressuring you to not support independence for Taiwan in exchange for a trade deal.
Well, I'm not going to talk about that. What I'll talk about, you and I will have that discussion in a couple of weeks when I'm in South Korea with President Xi. We're going to be talking about a lot of things. I assume that's going to be one of the things, but I'm not going to talk about that now. Yeah, please.
NVIDIA and Google Cloud accelerate enterprise digitalization. Seems like PR.
Well, a lot of steps. And
unless it has a purchase. Yeah, RTX Pro, Blackwell now generally available. Check both of them. I don't think it'll move them, but never know.
We made a deal with Hamas that they're going to be very good, they're going to behave, they're going to be nice, and if they're not, we're going to go and we're going to eradicate them if we have to. They'll be eradicated, and they know that. So they went in, and I don't believe it was the leadership, but they had some rebellion in there among themselves, and they killed some people, a lot of people. But this is a violent group. You probably noticed over the last 100 years. This is a very violent group of people. And they got very rambunctious, and they did things that they shouldn't be doing. And if they keep doing it, then we're going to go in and straighten it out, and it'll happen very quickly and pretty violently, unfortunately.
Just following up on that question, when you say we are going to eradicate Hamas, who is we? Does that include American boots on the ground?
No, it won't be on the ground at all. We don't need to, because we have many countries, as you know, signed on to this deal. The way I view it, 59 countries, and unanimous. There's never been, nobody ever believed us. Countries that 4 months ago didn't like each other, and now they're all aligned together. We've had countries calling me when they saw some of the killing with Hamas, saying we'd love to go in and take care of the situation ourselves. In addition, you have Israel would go in 2 minutes if I asked them to go in. I could tell them, go in and take care of it. But right now we haven't said that. We're going to give it a little chance, and hopefully there will be a little less violence. But right now, they're violent people. Hamas has been very violent. But they don't have the backing of Iran anymore. They don't have the backing of really anybody anymore. They have to be good. And if they're not good, they'll be eradicated.
Everyone is in the Caribbean was a narco-terrorist. Were any innocent civilians killed in the Caribbean?
Oh, fuck.
Could the Prime Minister weigh in more on the processing?
Can Australia expand the process of rare earths?
Absolutely we can, and we have the capacity to do so. And part of this deal is very specific, $8.5 billion pipeline. There'll be
Alcoa
contributed from Australia and the United States over the next 6 months with projects that are immediately available. There's 3
I took
groups
the
of
penny
projects.
ones, dog. I don't know if they're going to be there
Ones
anymore.
that are joint activities between Australia and the United States.
Yeah, the spreads are a little bit wide, but that was just big enough.
Secondly is projects that will be U.S. investments.
I don't even think he mentioned them. $1 billion will be contributed. I think Alcoa just does the processing.
Ones that Australia
Honestly,
will
that doesn't even make that much sense.
Some as
Or
well.
should have popped earlier.
One of them is Australia, the U.S. and Japan as well. So what we're trying to do here is to take the opportunities which are there. Australia has had a view for some time, a bit similar to putting America first.
Right.
Our plan's called A Future Made in Australia, which is about not just digging things up and exporting them, but how do we make sure that we have across the supply chains with our friends being able to benefit, seize those opportunities. So we certainly see part of what this is about isn't just digging things up, it's also about processing, including joint ventures between Australia and the United States.
Can the US and Australia really compete with China? Aren't we decades behind in terms of development?
No, you've been reading the wrong newspapers. We're not decades. We are way ahead of China militarily, the United States. We're way ahead of them in every form of military, other than they're building a lot of ships, and we'll have that started. We'll be catching them on that. But we will, when it comes to weaponry, when it comes to, I'll go, right now, AI. The big thing is AI. They're building more plants in this country than anybody ever imagined. We're going to have over $20 trillion of investment for this year. The most we ever had was a tiny fraction of that. As an example, Biden, who's the worst president in the history of our country by far, by the way, but they were less than $1 trillion for 4 years. We're already now breaking $18 trillion of investment in 8 months. 18 trillion. No country in history has ever done that. We're way ahead of China in AI, and we're way ahead of China militarily from the standpoint of the sophisticated weapons. We have weapons that a lot of people don't even know about, and I got them started 4 years ago. I rebuilt the military 4 years ago, fortunately, because Biden didn't do anything but give a piece of it away to Afghanistan. Fortunately, as much as it sounded like it was a small part of what I built, but the Afghanistan giveaway was one of the worst. That was probably the most embarrassing day in the period in the history of our country. But we have the greatest military, we have the best equipment, we have the best manufacturers of equipment, we have the best weapons. When you look at our weapons, I've been talking a lot about our weapons. Everybody wants our weapons. But it's great to be working with Anthony. It's great to be working with the people of Australia, because they also, it's a smaller country, but you have done a fantastic job in weaponry and the kind of things that we do a lot of joint work together. Our militaries work very, very closely together. We've been really
I made some Alcoa's free. It triggered, but I don't know. It's linked to it, but there wasn't really a headline.
We're strongly committed, and they're strongly committed.
But that was odd.
There are some games with other countries, but there haven't been games with Australia. Where do you come from?
I'm from Australia.
Who are you with?
The Sydney Morning Herald.
Nasty guy. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just going to ask.
All right, go ahead.
On your
where did you come from?
Two Australian Prime Ministers, Scott Morrison and Malcolm Turnbull. You might remember. They're from same side of politics as you. Mr. Albanese's different side. Can you tell us a bit more about what it's like to work with Mr. Albanese compared to those two?
Well, I got along. That wouldn't be fair, because the man on my right has a big advantage. You know that, right? But I think he's doing a really good job, and we've had a very good relationship. I don't want to compare one with the other, but I'll tell you, this one is, they really have a great prime minister. Okay?
Thank you. I'll use it in my ads in 28.
President Putin on Thursday, did you discuss his ongoing attacks on civilian areas in Ukraine?
Yeah.
Did you say cut it out? Did you say show an article of good faith to me?
I did. But as you know, most of the people dying are soldiers. The soldiers that are dying in Russia and Ukraine, it's unbelievable. 5,000 to 7,000 a week. Can you believe it? And I look at that and I say it's pretty amazing. But in addition to that, there are attacks on Kiev and some of the other places. And it's human lives, but the big number of human lives is soldiers that are being killed in the battlefield.
Yeah, intel again.
Anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000,
twig,
sometimes
stick,
more than that every single week.
A bundle of sticks?
Not even believable.
Oh, no.
It's a bloodbath. It's the worst since the Second World War. The worst number of people.
When you gotta
and
go,
it doesn't affect us
go.
in any
I hate
way.
to
We
do
don't
this.
pay
I would
anything
love for
because
this
now
to
they
last,
pay
so I
us for
take
the
pictures
weapons
of the
that
long
they get.
term so you don't forget my...
NATO is paying us for the weapons, as you know. It doesn't affect, I guess you could say that's a positive thing, they pay us, but I'm not interested in that. I did straighten it out. Biden gave them $350 billion. Can you believe it? And all they did is get deeper in. It's a shame. Gave them $350 billion. A lot of lives were lost. That's a war that would have never happened if I were president. But we do speak about that. I speak about all of the lives, but I do speak about the civilian lives.
The First Lady has done such an amazing job on Ukrainian children who were abducted.
Well, if you knew anything about what you were talking about, you'd be able. You do. I don't think you do. Really, I don't think you do because it's a little.
He's like, I don't know what they're talking
but
about.
It sounds easy. We're in the process of trying to make a deal. If we make a deal, that's great. If we don't make a deal, it'll be a lot of people are going to be paying a big price. Quiet. Go ahead. I love his haircut. I'm going to try that. No, I love it. Go ahead.
So, as we all know, China controls 90% of global supply of critical minerals. They have launched attacks on Australian companies, primarily miners, remnants. What will happen to China if they don't play fair with this?
So, it's a very interesting question. We have a tremendous power, and that's the power of tariff. And I think that China will come to the table and make a very fair deal, because if they don't, they're going to be paying us 157% in tariffs. Right now, they're paying 55 to 57%. When I was first president and first term, we had the greatest economy we've ever had. And as you know, people don't write too much about it, but China paid us hundreds of billions of dollars worth of money for tariffs. Biden left it, but he didn't enforce it. He gave exceptions to almost everything. And so he left the tariffs, but he didn't really collect the numbers that he should have collected, and because he didn't know what the hell he was doing. So now the tariffs are much higher in China than they were before, and they're high on other countries depending on whether or not we like that country or we get along, and that's for national security purposes. So I made deals with Japan, I made deals with the European Union, or the whole of Europe practically, but the European Union, made deals with a lot of different people. We have a very fair deal for, I will say, Australia's paying a low number. They do have, I'll change it, we have a little bit of an advantage in that one. I told you, the advantage we have is airplanes. We sell a lot of airplanes to them, and they need them. It's a very vibrant place, and people go in and out, and I look forward to going there myself. And I think it's unlikely I'll be taking a ship. That's a long
journey.
That's a long. But China has treated us with great respect. Now, in the past, they didn't treat other presidents with great respect. They would take hundreds of billions and even trillions of dollars out of the country, and they would spend it and build their military. Now they're treating us with great respect. Now, we'll see what happens. I said, if we don't make a deal, I'm putting on an additional 100% on November 1st. I think we'll make a deal. They threatened us with rare earths, and I threatened them with tariffs, but I could also threaten them with many other things, like airplanes. You know about airplanes, because they can't get parts for their airplanes. We build their airplanes. We do a great job. They're largely Boeings, and we could stop the parts. We did stop the parts, actually, when they did the initial threat. That's a big... They closed down over 400 of their airplanes, but we don't want to do that. But we have a much simpler thing. If we don't make a deal, we'll charge them a very substantial tariff, and they'll be paying us hundreds of billions of dollars a year, which they're basically paying right now. We had presidents that allowed China and other countries get away with murder. We're not going to allow that, but we're going to have a fair deal. I want to be good to China. I love my relationship with President Xi. We have a great relationship. I believe after we leave South Korea, we'll be there together. We thought that would be a good place to meet, and we're going to be meeting. I'll be in Malaysia, I'll be in Japan, I'll be in a couple of others. We'll be sort of doing a little bit of a tour.
So you have China meeting at the end of the month, but he just said he's going to go to China early 2026. So yeah, he's sounding positive about China right now. All of these comments.
But I think we're going to have a very good relationship with China. And again, they will threaten us with rare earths. I don't think they're threatening us too much right now. But they could do that, but I threaten them with something I think is much more powerful, and that's tariffs.
Yeah, but he said he's been invited to go in 2026.
They will not be able to do any business with us.
They're
At a certain
big trouble.
point, if they pay enough tariffs,
Intel
it's
bundle
almost like
sticks
saying,
is
we don't want to do
developing.
business with you, but it's probably nicer. Saying you're going to pay 158, 157% tariff is a nicer way of saying that we don't want to do business with you. And if they don't do business with us, I think China's in big trouble, I'll be honest with you. I think China is I don't know that they even make it. I really do. I believe that they're in big trouble, and I don't want them to be in big trouble. I want them to do great. I want them to thrive, but we have to thrive together. It's a two-way street. I think when we finish our meetings, and it's going to be a big deal. Look, I'm meeting with a lot of other countries, but this seems to be the one that people are very interested in. I think when we finish our meetings in South Korea, China and I will have a really fair and really great trade deal together. I want them to buy soybeans. They stopped buying our soybeans because they thought that was punishment. And it is punishment to our farmers, but we're not going to allow that to happen because I made a great trade deal with China, a $50 billion trade deal, and they were great about it. They were doing everything that they were supposed to do. And then when Biden came in, you know, I used to call President Xi all the time to say, thank you, or you're not buying enough. In other words, they were supposed to buy. Biden, do you think Biden ever called him? I don't think Biden ever called him. You think Biden lied awake at night thinking about trade with China? He didn't know what he was doing. He was an incompetent president. We had an incompetent president, but you don't have that anymore. So I think we're going to end up having a fantastic deal with China. It's going to be a great trade deal. It's going to be fantastic for both countries. And it's going to be fantastic for the entire world. Thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, there you go. Well, you got your rare earth stuff. Some of them were up again. That Alcoa, you got a little quick flip on it if you wanted. But, yeah, not too bad. AWS issues still. I'm surprised nobody asked him about that. Other than that, Chatadonia, how you feel? Tell me how you feel. All right. What a day. Happy Monday, you guys. It's good to be back, and I'm glad my computer hasn't crapped out. Maybe I just jinxed it. Oh, man. It's good to be home. Feel good to be home. Yeah, getting ice cream. God. Yeah, God. Can you front run it? We went over all of that this morning. So you may have to go back, but there's no rule on the front run. You guys, so understand, 2 standard deviations is a great strategy. And I taught you guys that at a great time. But there's no rules. These are all, you have to understand what you're doing. Does that make sense? So there's no rule behind front running. And if you treat it like a rule, you'll be pleasantly underwhelmed when the rule doesn't work for you or it fucks you up. So you just have to understand of like, there's no real rule of front running. It's about looking at the prices, pricing it, aligning with your goals and what you think the stock would do, and then the risk to reward and balance. But that's why we're like, if you want to go the day, but some people go weeks before, you could go a day before. But remember, pricing standard deviations, when you price something out, you are doing something very specific to a certain time frame, and you have to adjust accordingly. That's why I'm saying there's no rule. You could always adjust it because we're doing something very practical with it. So make it line up with what you want. But you could go whenever you want, but remember, the pricing is just helping you get a better idea and understand price. I know, dude. Robinhood, it finally loaded one up, and I was about to sell it, and then it fucking went away. I promised a good philo. Oh, I don't take any of my promises. No. Because last time I didn't promise to be live, somebody tried to sue me or threatened to. Very, very weird. So I would, from here till the end of the decade, I have nothing for you guys. Everything is just a blessing from the Lord if it's provided. Do you understand? Some people don't understand that. Even me being nice, because I'm naturally by default a shitty person. So I'm going to be a little bit. So yeah, all you can just take the blessings, dog. Take the blessings. But I think I have a good philo. I don't know. BMY, I want to say they're on that one of them schedules, bro. At some point by the end of the month. Or even this week. You still can't trade. Well, it's okay. I think it's like I said. I think the real answer, without, actually it's a terrible answer, because I was going to give you a bad analogy, but I just think a lot of you should have options. That's all. And I'm not talking about derivatives. I mean, you should have maybe a backup account just in case. And this is what I said. Everybody loves it till it doesn't work. So I don't want to get into another conversation and you guys defend a company that doesn't pay you, that actually has all of your shit, but it's more so along the lines of, is a great learning lesson and awareness of, you may want to have another account with some cash in it. In a weird way, a couple weeks ago, Robinhood was that account for me. So, but you do have to think about that, because if that's your one way in, one way out, if push comes to shove, we have traffic, the world goes crazy, I'm going to get you the shit early. You see what I'm saying? But if you can't access it by any means, then you're fucked. You see what I'm saying? So you guys got to start thinking about that. And you've already actually dealt with it a couple of times recently. Not to mention why I keep pushing you guys you need to be ready with or without me. And you guys think I'm being a dickhead. I think I'm the best fucking coach in the world. But at the same time, I think, give me the 300 that lap the water. You know what I'm saying? But you need to plan and you need to think about these things. Stop being so, what's the word? Complacent. Or just because you are comfortable with something. Like I'm saying, you could still be a little Robinhood fanboy. Be my guest. I don't give a fuck. Go have another brokerage on the side. That's what I was going to say. It's like your brokerage is like your relationship. I was going to tell you to get a side chick, but that's a terrible, terrible advice. No, I'm kidding. But at the end of the day, it's up to you guys. That's your life. It's your choice. You don't need to hedge your intel. You could just take the money. That's another option. So, but I think instead of telling people what to buy or do, you should be prepared for your intel earnings by Thursday, especially if you've had good gains leading into it. That's good. You should have another account, just a little bit of cash, or at least easy access, or just in case this happens. Because that's what I'm saying. TOS was working from morning till now. No issues. So, but the other ones didn't. And that's what sucks, because remember, I just fucked up some of these trades, and I had that Robinhood balloon, but there was plays I couldn't even get rid of. So that just goes to show. But any new plays we were able to grab. He turned around to see if Shoddy was there. No. Dude, my girl's a gangster. I don't think y'all realize. She understands who I am. She loves it. I think you guys should enjoy it more. Like yesterday, a couple of Chads got to finally meet her. So she's real. Yo, Derek, Cody, I have a girlfriend, right? It's real. I actually didn't think about that. It's real, right? Because I know no one's ever seen her. You guys still think it's an AI. But nah, humans got to meet her. Humans got to meet her yesterday. I swear. So I don't know. But I was even cracking some crazy jokes. See, that's why, but she likes it. She likes the humor. Girls usually like that, and I have to because I'm ugly. But still. Do you believe in emergency funds? Yeah, I mean, don't let your emergency account be an excuse to not invest and put your money to work. You know what I'm saying? Too much of anything is too much, right? It's not good for you. That's where you gotta to really, really figure that out, because you just have your backup funds, have cash that's liquid. Again, money market, you could have it in the long term, bro. And if your money market cash account it's at least generating something, and you could use it whenever you want. But yeah, you do have to have that. So what if my girlfriend goes to a different school? You guys don't get it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she has been in the watch list. I forgot. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, the vlogs. Wait a minute. I have evidence. But no, that was a different one. But, oh, I look around for that one? Huh? Huh, son? Huh? Yeah, so. You've seen AI videos? Lawyer said 10, 15K. What the that's it? I mean, that's probably not scamming. That's like the minimum to sign. But are you sure? If you go to one scammy doctor, he's gonna be like, let me give you all this. Minimum 250,000. Because, bro, I bumped into a limo in Vegas. This was like 10 years ago, 12 years ago probably. I bumped into a limo at 1 mile an hour. A strip club limo. He got $250,000. So, I don't know, man. If a car hit you while driving across the street, homeboy got $250,000 before inflation, dog. I'm just saying. If somebody hits you with a fucking vehicle, like your shoes fell off and shit, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd be like, I want $20 million. I can't even, I'm scared to look at a sidewalk now. I can't even, vertical lines and crosswalks give me paranoia. It was a 9. No, if they have it, it doesn't hit the person. I didn't pay for that. So even when they got that money, I didn't pay a dime. It's insurance. That's why all these people scam insurance and they do that. Because it's the insurance people that pay. Mm-hmm. And then you guys are going to get mad at me. Some of you. But, you know, I'd like to think I'm a normal human. I was at the airport, and homeboy did not speak any English. This guy next to me trying to do the check-in, he spoke Creole. He's a good guy, bro. But yeah, I had to do his whole check-in process for him. I was like, give me your phone, bro. I was entering in his conference. I was like, this your name? He had no idea what I was saying. And he was like, look, I'll just point. I started pulling out grok by the end of it. Nah, bro. I was like, well, I'm not going to let this dude. I hate airports. Fuck all y'all. He didn't speak no English. That was like my parents. I said, fuck all y'all. I said, I'm getting this. I said, man, if I'm on camera and I fucking get this guy to check in and he do something, I'm fucking going to jail. But either way, I put him on. I mean, he was a good, no, he was a, I mean, what, bro? That's why I had a very wild trip. TXG, Popper. Oh, it's another genome play. So watch those other ones. TXG. I like the genomes. Those are part of the, what's it called? Part of those biotech runs that we've been seeing here. Man Who's Moving. I hate that one. That one's, again, it just plays like, what's it called? Paramount. I know, but everybody was ignoring him. Even like the fucking airport staff. They were so rude. They were rude to everybody. But then again, it has been the government shutdown. But yeah, I was trying to, like, it sucks because halfway through, I was like, do you want to upgrade your seat? And like, that's where I had to pull out the fucking translate. I was like, man, he don't need a fucking upgrade. Let's just fucking get this. I'm sure he don't want to pay $35 for this. Man, we got to get this going. But yeah, he put in his email. He didn't put @gmail.com. It's an invalid email. I was like, man, but he was a good guy. Actually, I have no idea if he's good or bad. I just, I actually have zero clue. I hope he does good, though. I hope he does. Core Weave, $4 drop. I mean, we haven't even moved here. Beyond. Trump, yeah, they're reiterating the Trump fucking China. He did not sound bad on China, and I think that meeting, yeah, Beyond's hitting another candle now. Okay, well, that one play I was looking at, it's back to that first zone I told you about. So they're back up. If it breaks from there, they'll move. They should a little bit. Maggin. Intel is still holding up there. Beyond, baby. California, baby. Man, it moves. That's what I'm saying, but it's gonna, that buyout price is ridiculous, but it just never goes through. It's a very, very odd one. The Alcoa's hit for a little bit, but there wasn't even a headline. I made it free, but yeah, I don't know. That popped 4 or 5%. Came down though. Though GLD at 400 is such a crazy price, and we're on day 20 of the shutdown. Nah, Beyond is just, it's turned into a Reddit pump, and then they just started pumping it, and they found the basic headline. They're trying to say it is heavily shorted. That's why people are targeting it, and then they're hyping it, but then everyone's trying to make the event the protein bar release, which I find hilarious. But either way, we talked about it from the AM. I mean, the plays moved up. I mean, 30% ago, I ran you through the whole setup. I've even called a couple of options out for some of you, so I hope you made your choice. Otherwise, like, yeah, we had this talk at 50%. It's up 83 now. But the options went up accordingly. The options only went up 30, 40%. They had the gap up, and then, yeah. So in a weird way, options are kind of moving like the shares, which is something to keep in mind. I called that out for another one of those plays for you before. They'll still blame me, I know, but hey, if you need me to avoid personal responsibility, so be it. But at the end of the day, I'm having a blast still. You know, it's a good time. And the chat is great, bro. God bless Chattadonia. Oh, man. On more long terms, please. I hope you don't forget. And if you let this fucking bubble get in the way of your long term, you're a fucking idiot. I mean that with all love and encouragement. Don't be a dum-dum. You know, don't let it get in the way. Separate account. Oh. Yes, a Beyond Meat protein bar. It's apparently going to be launched, and that's supposed to be the catalyst. And then it's heavy shorted, and then Reddit's going crazy. So Thinkorswim, EWS, and AWS or Thinkorswim, Interactive, and E-Trade are resilient to AWS. Yes and no. TOS goes down too. So does E-Trade. It just, at least in this case today, they didn't. At least off of the morning. But you're never going to know which one's going to be which. So, like I'm saying, having multiple options will probably serve you. And that doesn't mean go to China. But then again, I'll let you figure that out. California, baby. But I ain't been a Democrat. Never had a loss. We ain't getting back. Nice swag. Where'd you get it at? Alright. So we just go to Philo. I know it's early. It's Monday, but... You like when I swear and call us idiots and add love? You're only an idiot if you're an idiot. You know that, right? So like, you're a fucking idiot. That only applies to fucking idiots. I don't like, legal. Hey, legal, do you feel like I called you an idiot, legal? Hey, yo, let me ask a couple questions. But so listen to me right now. If you feel targeted, so if you feel like it's about you, then maybe I can't defend against that. But like I'm saying, I am speaking generally, and I kind of do talk to myself in this fashion as well. I tell myself, don't be a dum-dum. I don't like being a dummy. AWR. You open your girl long term, but she's leaving to dollar cost average instead of buying value. Any thoughts? I mean, who taught her that? So, you got bigger things to worry about, dog. I don't think I can help. I can't help with that one. But that's, like I said, if your girl don't want to do it, you should do it. And that's the only option you have left. You probably are your girl's long term. If not, I don't know what to do. If she don't take it naturally, receiving it, I don't know what to say. As they either do it or they don't. I mean, kind of crazy though. We have girls in here and I don't think their boyfriends have long term, so it goes both ways, don't matter the gender. They held up a little bit, but then they slashed them in the morning. But hey, if we get another little ramp up in China, they might come back. But otherwise, I'm not too happy about them. Cause if you feel like the long term is the move. Yeah. What if we create our own brokerage? Oh yeah, so fucking Michael could be like, oh, it didn't fucking work, I fucking do it. I'm not fucking dealing with that, dude. I just got back from a vacation. Fuck that. I'm enjoying this shit, dog. That's why I don't want anybody's money. Y'all paying me because you want to pay me. I offer you shit. Because right when you take something, motherfucker like, oh, I'm gonna go, here's a chain. I'm gonna fucking, let me do this. No, motherfucker, no. So yeah, I'm not. That's all you, bro. All you. We've done it. We need more long terms though. But I don't know. I think we're gonna have to change the world in many ways. I think Mr. Beast wants to make a brokerage, but I don't know. I'm thinking something beyond investing. I don't know how to explain it. I actually had this talk over the weekend because yeah, it's going to kind of tie into philo, but dude, it's fucked up because the more and more I think about it, the last 50, 60 years, everybody looks up to investors. I mean, shit, I'm an investor. Everyone's like, I want to be Warren Buffett. I want to be Bill Gates. But we don't, what happened to Rockefeller? What happened to Carnegie? Well, and those guys were evil. That's what somebody told me this weekend. I was like, damn, I never thought about it like that. I knew it, but I was like, okay, that's a different way to look at it. But they built shit. And they did it at a time that was, I think, way ahead of their times. And conglomerates that it wasn't just about buying. Yeah, the Vanderbilts and shit like that, bro. That's where I'm at, dog. That's where I'm at. So, I don't know. I think a brokerage doesn't advance society or humanity. Does that make sense? Like, what are we gonna do? What, we get another fucking Robin Hood so we can make a bunch of money and get corrupted and then start selling kids gambling? No, thank you. I think we could do. I hope we leave something behind that will give the road to the next generation. So yeah, real shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Weird shit. I'm ducking bombs from a trade war. Yeah, IRL. I was gonna do the prison thing back in the day. Believe it or not, with Robin Williams' son. You know that? He was big in San Quentin, and he was all about going to prisons and stuff. I talked to him several times. I got the approval. I have approval from San Quentin, but I don't know. I think my heart is more with the veterans, to be honest with you. Especially, I got busy with stuff. We talked, I gave him some shit, and then, yeah, I never got around to doing it. But I do think, as I talked about the other day, I'm kind of more down with the veterans. I mean, we talk about it every day, and I really want to see them do good, and they have the resources, and they are serving now, and I don't know, I feel like it's so easy to forget about them, because everybody does. I mean, same goes for prisoners, too, though. I do think that people in poverty in prison who don't deserve it, I think we all have a job to get them out of there. But that also doesn't mean to take on anybody's chains or to be abused in the process of doing it. I hope you know that. So, but that's why I have some ideas. But I also have ideas for other inventions and stuff. But I hope, and I'm sure the chat has some too. You probably are the seed right now. I look forward to what sprouts. Yeah, go look up Robin Williams' son and what he did with the prisons. It's dope. Yeah, don't forget the J.P. Morgans, right? You want me to open a restaurant in Vegas? How the fuck does that tie in, dog? I'm not tracking this one, man. I'm confused now. That TXG, that genome, that's another genome play. Where's the other one? Yeah, they're all kind of up. You're meeting the senior VP of Huntington Bank. You don't know shit about the industry, but what are you interviewing them for then? Or what are you meeting with them for? Monday. God bless you, baby. I miss you too, but I mean, I'm here. I ain't leave. I think I left for like one day. I did, yeah. Everything's still fucked up. Can we play is Battlefield still work? Because that suck. Okay, guys. Yeah, the title of the video is Internet Outage. Micron getting washed a little. And TripAdvisor popping. You don't get in different industry? Oh, that's dope though. That's awesome. What kind of company? Fortnite? Do you play Fortnite? I haven't played Fortnite. I think I just deleted it, dog. To get my fucking space for Battlefield. Dog, Battlefield, I don't know, Battlefield's like easy to get into, but it does take fucking a lot. That game has been dope. That game has not been disappointing. No, yeah, I mean, all the internet stuff, it's affecting people differently, and depending banks, brokerages, even websites. Some of you guys are saying your employee sites, people at Amazon saying they're just walking around right now. So yeah, Bank of America, higher risk of Fed balance sheet runoff in October. Well, since the internet's out, Robinhood, it doesn't really work. Not too much has gone crazy. I think we should go have philo. How y'all feel about that? It's good banking. I like banking. I always said banking is a great way to advance. I'm telling you. A lot of people want to get into finance and other stuff. You work at a bank, you'll learn a lot. It's good work. That's what I'm talking about. And weren't you just saying you were having drama too, Cynthia? That's what I'm talking about. Fuck, I told you shit. Didn't I tell you people are gonna act like hoes with you even if they do some weird shit to you and it only gets better? That's what I just told homie this morning, and I remember, Cynthia. So amen. Yeah, the Battlefield maps are from like 10 years ago. That's why. I feel. All right, guys and gals. I think it's time. Boeing vertical. Yeah, a little bit. Again, that Australia shit was your little mini one, but we didn't get much. Yeah, it's starting to move now. SPY still up. Target on the high as well. Kind of been all day. Oh, that use Canvas aren't doing anything? All right. So, if you would like to talk about the Lord, hear me talk about the Lord, I would love for you to be there. If not, you'll be like, why does this guy who talk about the Lord cuss so much and ban me and call me a bitch? And I'll be like, yeah, exactly. It's a different ball game, son. Y'all ain't gonna control shit. So you better make your mind up. Ain't no Christian gonna control me. Ain't no non-Christian. It's me and the Lord, brother. That's it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'll see you there, beautiful people. I would love for you to be there, but make a good choice. Don't pay for things you don't use. That's a terrible, terrible way to build a business and financial habits. So I'll see you there. Bye.